Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the nasty stuff.
All right, big game tonight at Rogers Place. Game 7 between the Oil Kings and the Blades. We'll preview that one for you. The the Oilers practicing and then heading out on the road. They'll play Utah tomorrow. That'll be a 7:30 game, so 6:30 for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola. NCAA basketball championship game tonight. Michigan and Connecticut, the Blue Jays hosting the Dodgers. Remember, those two teams played in the World Series last year. A lot to talk about, a lot to get excited about. A special hello to anybody tuning in today from the Artemis spacecraft.
Oh! Hello.
Yes. I'm sure that at least one of the astronauts...
Would you go like that? Or
would you do the live long and prosper?
Or is that totally irrelevant?
Well, I don't know if there's any Vulcans on board, but they may discover a Vulcan
while
they're probably
closer to Vulcans than they've ever been.
That's true. Nobody has ever been, that we know of, in recorded human history, the history that we have recorded, no human has been further away from planet Earth. That we know of.
Isn't that terrifying?
Well, they're probably not thinking about it.
The thought of being thrust into space in a metal tube and going on the other side, the dark side of the moon,
Yes.
is terrifying. No part of me would ever want to do that.
You got to make sure the calculations are correct. You got to know your stuff.
Man, I'm sure there was some mathematics involved in that.
I think there really was. Yeah.
Wow.
I think
Maybe
it's
science.
But if you're aboard Artemis,
hello,
and you're tuning in, special hello to you. What time is it on the spacecraft?
Ooh,
do they just go by? Where did they take off from again? Did they take off from
Cape Canaveral?
Or Cape Canaveral?
Is that in Florida, right?
Yes. Is that where they actually took off from?
I believe so.
Let's check.
Either that or Houston, or in South Texas.
Right. But do they take off from Houston, or is that just where the master control is? The NASA Kennedy Space Science Center in Florida. Did they rename Cape Canaveral to that, maybe?
Maybe.
Let's check. NASA Kennedy Space Center. Located on Merritt Island, Florida.
Cape Canaveral.
It's adjacent to the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station.
Ooh, Space Force.
Right. So yeah, it's all in Florida.
So would they then go by Eastern Standard Time? So do they go by
Eastern Time? Is it Eastern Time? Well, why not? Everything's Eastern Time. Well, we're the ones that always have to convert.
Might as well.
Even the astronauts get to keep it. You know what? They're probably being forced to watch Leafs games on Artemis.
Ooh.
Hey, let's see what's on. I don't know. All the channels are just Leafs games.
Do they have electronics up there?
Oh, I would think so.
But I mean, do they have their cell phones?
There's a no texting policy, I believe.
They got Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Can they get internet?
Well, there's so many.
The fastest.
Yeah, wouldn't you be closer to all these dang satellites floating around?
Well, not anymore. Not once out there past the moon.
There'd be a brief moment when you're in the shadow of the moon that you would get no service.
Well, but once you get ways from Earth, you'd be further away from the satellites than you would be on Earth. Probably not that far away. Yeah.
Huh.
So anyway, if you're on the Artemis, thank you. You can text us if your phone works.
Live long and prosper.
780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Crew Resort and Casino. Don't forget about the 50% off the entire menu at Tap 25, 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. And go to rivercrewresort.com. You can chat with us also by posting in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. If you are watching us on YouTube today, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. And also, if you're on YouTube and you haven't done so already, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. We're trying to climb towards 15,000 subscribers, which will be a pretty cool milestone. Maybe you have us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Those are excellent streaming apps. Make sure you spread the word about how you're consuming Edmonton Sports Talk. We're still trying to let everybody know about our station and all the great work we do here. And if you would like to email us, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. The limerick today will be, the theme for the limericks today will be space travel.
It must be.
Must be space travel.
And yeah, if you are listening from Artemis 2, write us a limerick.
Write us a limerick about your own experiences.
Right? So it's ABBAA? No.
AABBA.
AABBA.
You're right. Or people could send us limericks as if they were on the spacecraft.
Yeah. Let's get creative.
That'd be funny too. Baptized Big Uke says there are approximately 40 minutes of blackout for communications and connection when they are on the far side of the moon. Thank you, Poindexter. No, I'm joking, Big Uke. That's amazing knowledge. All right. I wonder if they have Tinder in space.
See some aliens.
Can you imagine?
A date with me will be out of this world. Go on a date with me. I'm going to blow your mind because my eggs will infect it. Hey,
Your what?
my eggs will infect it. It's like if an alien laid eggs in your brain and then it exploded.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just like thinking about funny stuff.
This is the next level of
Well, you never
thoughtfulness.
thought about how aliens would take us over?
No. I think people of Earth could handle them.
Not if they're brain egg aliens. We're screwed.
What do you mean a brain egg
They
alien?
lay eggs in your brain.
Well, they have to be near me. They can't just do it.
How do you know?
How do you know?
I think I'm more open to the possibilities of alien technology. Like they wouldn't have to like sit on your head to lay an egg in it.
Well, then how do the eggs get in?
Because they could beam them. I don't know. They could be airborne eggs.
Reid,
Go in
come
through your
on.
nose holes.
Beaming eggs?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
What sort of aliens are these?
Well, that's the thing. Perhaps it's alien life we can't comprehend, which is something else to think about.
I still think there needs to be some contact for the egg delivery.
Well, maybe.
And then, okay, boom. I got eggs.
It was
in
just
my head.
Easter.
I got eggs in my head.
And your
Then
brain
what?
explodes.
Why would these eggs explode? Don't they want to live on a life?
They hatch. They use your brain as for not hibernation. What do you call it when you sit on an egg to make it warm?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah. Oh,
What do you call that? The process of hatching an egg.
Don't penguins do that?
Oh, I think all birds do it.
All birds?
What do you call that when
yeah.
you're
You
sitting
sit
an
on
egg?
them. Gosh darn it, we have a machine.
Not hibernation.
No,
It's,
we have an egg machine that you can
can't believe
take birds'
none-
eggs and put
None
into.
of us can think. What's the egg term? Incubation.
No, don't
Tango,
look.
Tango. Incubation.
Incubation.
Right. So they incubated your brain and then explode, and then there's a bunch of little baby aliens running around. That's what's going to happen, everybody. Welcome to Earth. All right. 780-218-9999, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Like I said, post in the nasty chat. Give us a thumbs up. We've got to 100 every show in a long time, so there's no sense the streak ending today.
Why would it?
Actually, we're already at 25 thumbs, so if you haven't clicked, get in there and click. And subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. Oh, yeah, and once you've clicked the thumbs up, then hit the share button.
Do you believe in life after love?
And send the show link off to somebody else. The Oilers practiced and then flew to Salt Lake today. They play Utah tomorrow. Here is head coach Chris Knoblock with an update on Zach Hyman and Leon Draisaitl.
Hyman is, I would think that he's going to play one, if not two games before the end of the season. So this week he is out, not playing. Leon is going to be on the ice this week, and I don't anticipate him playing any games in the regular season, and then playoffs sometime in that first round if if things go well.
You don't love him for game one here, though, if you tell us.
I'm not ruling that out, but I would just anticipate sometime the first. It's obviously been a there's a period of time that we anticipated him returning, and we said it was going to be right around the end of regular season, start of playoffs. And, if he gets in that first game, that's great. He has not been on the ice yet. We anticipate he will be on the ice sometime this week. We'll have an indication of how that's going to go, but probably sometime in that first round.
All right, so he's kind of emphasizing sometime during the first round. It doesn't sound, at this point, likely that Leon Draisaitl plays game 1 of the first round. Now, a lot can change in 2 weeks. We could be having a playoff game in 2 weeks, or even 2 weeks yesterday. But it doesn't sound like he doesn't sound confident that Leon Draisaitl is back at the start of the first round. Is that what you got out of that?
Yep. And I don't know. I mean, I see the comment in the chat. So Hyman gone for first round and Draisaitl out until conference finals.
Yeah, until next year.
And I don't blame you for thinking that. If this is Chris Knoblock doing the same things he's always done, which is, let's face it, the injury reports aren't exactly concrete.
Right.
So could he be back for game 1? Possibly. But most likely during the first round. Now, what if they, and then what if the Oilers get into the first round and they're up 2-0?
Right.
Right? Then do they even be more cautious about it? Who knows? I mean, it's anybody's guess.
All right. More on the Oilers in the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel coming up a little bit later on. Like I said, we're going to tee up the Oil Kings Game 7 against Saskatoon. That's 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. Kurt Hill is the GM of the Oil Kings. He'll join us around 4 o'clock. We'll talk about the NCAA Basketball Championship game tonight with Scott Edwards, the head coach of the Pandas basketball team. An interesting coaching moment over the weekend, too. What's his name? Gino Auriemma, one of the most famous coaches of all time.
Well, he's the most
UConn
decorated
women. Right.
And
He got
NCAA
upset.
women's basketball coach. Yeah.
And then he felt bad about being upset.
He pouted
Maybe
because...
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, it was stupid.
They rarely lose, and then they lost, and he got mad.
But it wasn't that. He was not mad at the loss.
I think
that
that's
was what
why
spurred
he
it on.
decided to be a little pouty about it, perhaps. All right, let's get to the afternoon headlines. They are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The Oil Kids take on the Looney Tunes in Game 7 tonight. This one's going to be hotter than the look I got from the waitress at the Ponderosa. The Bucket Bonanza ends tonight. Huskies against Wolverines. Hey, Jason Milne, are those adamantium claws in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Hey, how about this Artemis spacecraft? The last time something was so far into outer space, it was my brother-in-law's hunch on the 5th of Northlands. I'm Chet Palmer.
Oh. Adamantium claws?
Yeah, that's the type of claws Wolverine has
Wolverine
from the
has.
comics. Yeah. I know you're not into that stuff, but yeah, Wolverine has that stick.
Yeah. So adamantium is
a type of metal in the
metal.
Marvel universe. Yeah.
Not a real metal.
I don't think it's real.
Huh. Now, I wonder what Chet's thoughts were, like the waitress at the Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Is that an old-timey restaurant? Like, the Ponderosa existed, didn't it?
The Ponderosa still exists.
Where?
When I saw Chet's script, I think it's not very prevalent anymore. I think there's down to like 50 locations around the world. There used to be a Ponderosa or two in Edmonton. Ponderosa Steakhouse and Bonanza Steakhouse are a chain of buffet/steakhouse restaurants that are part of Homestyle Dining LLC based in Plano, Texas. 15 locations in the United States, 36 worldwide.
Yeah, there used to be
I don't think there are many as there used to be.
Benny, you wouldn't have been able to been
Well, there's some bankruptcy involved here in the past, yeah.
So Bonanza's was just like, or Bonanza was just a buffet.
Oh, how about this?
Isn't there one in Saskatoon? A Bonanza?
Ponderosa began operating in Canada by 1971 and until 1986. After closing most Canadian Ponderosa restaurants, the company returned to generating U.S. franchises in 1986. At that time, 36 Canadian Ponderosa locations were acquired by General Mills Restaurant Group, which converted them to Red Lobster restaurants.
Wow.
In the meantime, Bonanza maintained a presence in Canada. The last Canadian location closed in November of 2010.
Really?
Yeah. So now we just have the bucket bonanza.
See, because I was wondering, because I'm pretty sure there's still a bonanza in Saskatoon.
This says no, but maybe, I don't know, unless it's perhaps a different corporation.
Were you, was your family big bonanza people?
No, but I remember going to Ponderosa as a kid.
I don't remember Ponderosa. I distinctly remember
And they were
bonanza
shaped.
and the ice cream bar, soft serve ice cream.
Oh, really? Okay. I think there's still a building you can drive by somewhere in Edmonton, because it was like a very triangular shaped building. I remember going there as a kid. So anyway, Chet certainly would have been to a Ponderosa.
Oh, yeah.
During his career. And perhaps he met a companion or two there.
Possibly, by the sounds of it. Good vibes. Positive
Hey,
experience.
while you're at it, why don't you bring me that steak to go? And you too.
Jeez, Chet.
All right. That was the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Adamantium clause.
Adamantium.
Snicket.
Got our first limerick of the day.
Oh, here we go. Didn't take long.
There once was a reed set to fly on Artemis 2 through the sky. With courage and cheer, he'd venture near the moon as it shimmered on high.
Oh, very good.
Well done.
Kind of almost romantic. VR Montenegro has one in as well. Space travel is the epitome of rad, traveling through the cosmos like a nomad. Quick trip to the moon, be returning soon, especially when they kick it into plaid. It's good.
Senor Boots.
It's not supposed to make sense.
No, that's fine. In the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999 says, the Ponderosa was on the traffic circle on 118th Ave.
Okay.
Then it became a bonanza. Then it became an adult video store.
Oh, that building. Okay. Well, I do know the building because when you you
sure
drive
came
by
out of your
you
building.
drive-
regular.
It's right
Quick,
by the
Reid.
Sherbrooke liquor store.
yeah, sure.
A regular over here.
It's right by the Sherbrooke liquor store where you
Reid.
get beer. I have not been into that adult video
well,
location.
Do you seem to know where it is? As soon as that came out.
Oh, imagine seeing you here. They got some of my mail by accident. I'm dropping it off. I got some of their mail, I mean.
Oh.
I do honestly know that building. It was a very prominent adult video store just north of the traffic circle by Sherbrooke, across the road from Sherbrooke Liquor.
Okay. I believe you.
Yeah. But I thought there was another one, though, that was triangular in shape. That was on the west end.
What do they do? Speaking of buildings, like there's a couple, I know of one anyways. I thought there was two. Yeah, there is two. There's one on Fort Road and there's one on Sherwood Park Freeway / White Ave, the old Burger Baron buildings.
This is what Abuski's saying?
No. But he says another old Ponderosa steakhouse was located at the west end of Sherwood Park Freeway right by Burger Baron.
Yeah.
But yeah, Burger Baron. What are they doing with those buildings? All they do is collect derelict vehicles.
Is there not an operational Burger Baron anywhere anymore?
Oh, yeah, there is. There's
Yeah,
one
I
right
thought
up here
so.
in 111th. There's
Yeah.
one on 99th Street. But there's two that I know of that are not in. They're not operating, but they still have the Peak Burger Baron
Right.
and the land.
Oh, interesting.
That was Nickelback's favorite restaurant.
There was a Burger Baron 95th and 112th. It's gone now. Yeah. So now an adult video store. The off-topic topic is we've not talked about yet on the show today is presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. All right. There is a big baseball series tonight. Starting tonight, Dodgers at Blue Jays. First meeting since last year's thrilling World Series, which did not go the Blue Jays' way. So our off-topic topic is give us the batting order and the positions for the Edmonton Sports Talk baseball team.
Ooh.
The batting order. What if one of ours... How should we do this?
Well, let's go position by position.
Okay, let's just do the outfield for now.
Sure.
And we'll do the infield and later.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then the batting order
Okay,
later.
so send in your outfield positions.
Well, though, for people send in, we'll divide
Okay.
we'll chop ours up.
I like it.
For people out there in Listenerland, in Listenerville, yeah, send us your Edmonton Sports Talk baseball team batting order and positions. So we're going to go, let's do the outfield, then we'll do the infield later, and then we'll do the batting order later.
Okay.
Now, we got to have some platoon type or sub type situations.
Yeah, I got a sub at first base. You're sharing. Well, we'll get to it later.
Okay.
But Hernan's on the DL right now, right?
He is, though I put Hernan as a bit of a utility player because I think he's, I don't know if you know, he's a runner.
Yeah.
So that makes him very athletic.
Well, sure. He could come in.
And he's kind of like the god
runner.
of body type that he could play any position. So I have Hernan Salas as our ultimate utility guy. Because let's face it, we have several players on this team. We ain't playing anywhere near 162 games. So we're gonna have a regular out of the lineup every day.
That's a good
So
point.
Hernan can slide into any outfield position and I think any infield position.
Yeah.
So I got Salas as my ultimate utility guy.
Okay.
All right, left field because I think he, pretty mobile himself. I think he can track balls into the alley or down the line. I think he, knows what bases needs to be thrown to. Maybe the arm strength isn't quite what you would like, but I got Matthew Iwanek in left.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I have Matthew Iwanek in left field as well.
Okay, now I think that's the only one we're going to agree on. If people are like, they picked the same team.
I just thought he's got range.
Right.
He would be rangy. He wouldn't need to cover as much ground as center field. He could focus a little bit more, and most of his throws would be cut off throws, or
Yeah, right.
you know what I mean. At center field, I put somebody who needs to have some range, preferably some athleticism, and a cannon for an arm. I put myself there.
Oh, nice.
I
That's
had
good.
to. I think I could cover the center field ground nicely. I could make those signals like 2 down.
Yeah.
I would be a part of the game. I would know what's going on. We could do the shift with me at center field, and I could get it to home plate, no problem.
Yeah. See, I considered you for center field. I think you could also play almost any position. I think on mine, you're going to have a regular position, but I also think you could float around because I think you'd be good anywhere because of your
I
brain,
played safety,
because of your
so
intelligence.
it would be good for, it'd be a similar position playing center field.
Right. But I just went with a little younger option at center, who was also, I think, who could really cover the gaps and get around quite a bit. I'm going with Trev. Trev in center.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yep. Trev at center.
Again, I think just the speed, he could get the balls in the gap. Again, maybe, I don't know if he'd have a cannon for an arm. I got my cannon in right, by the way. But I think he could throw well enough. And again, most of those are going to be cut off. You just kind of get it to the right place. And then my right fielder is, now this guy, again, I considered several positions for this gentleman, but I'm going with Joaquin Gage in right.
Oh.
And because I think, he probably wouldn't have to field the ball quite as often, but you want that arm that could threat, like if a guy on second thinks he's going to tag to third or stretch something from first to third or whatever on a single, Gage is like, no. Like, I think Gage has that body and that torque that he could really fire the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was looking for more range and quickness in my outfield to travel to get to hit balls. So I put LTE back there.
Okay.
He's my right fielder. I think he's got excellent mobility. I'm not sure about the arm talent on Lieutenant Eric.
Right.
I think it'd be serviceable. And yeah, that would be my outfield. Iwanek, myself, and LTE.
Okay, and I got Iwanek, Trev, and Gage. And then I think I'd be comfortable putting you in the outfield, any position if needed. Certainly, I think Hernan as well could step into any position in the outfield.
Yeah, I put a few of the athletic all-stars of EST in the infield. I think fielding is very important.
55-yard line says, you know who I wouldn't invite to play on my softball team? A certain commissioner. But maybe the Riverhawks need a center field logo. 55-yard line. He's never going to get over it, is he?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Mex says Trev would be great at first because he can do the splits. Okay, interesting. interesting as well. We'll keep coming with that. We have Kurt Hill at 4:00. Jay's play of the day is going to be basketball focused. That's coming up in about 20 minutes. It is Ben Thompson today delivering the sports update.
It's Game 7 tonight for the Edmonton Oil Kings, who square off with the Blades in a winner-take-all matchup in the first round of the WHL playoffs. Edmonton stayed alive thanks to Miroslav Holinka's double overtime heroics last night. Now it all comes down to tonight at Rogers Place with puck drop at 7 p.m. The Oilers held a full practice this morning before departing for their 3-game road trip, which kicks off tomorrow against the Mammoth. Zach Hyman will not travel as he continues to recover, while both Hyman and Leon Draisaitl are expected to get some skating in while the team is away. Around the NHL tonight, Tampa Bay visits Buffalo in a key Atlantic Division matchup. The Jets are in Seattle to face the Kraken. The Sharks host the Blackhawks, and the Kings take on the Predators. On the diamond, the Blue Jays begin a World Series rematch with the Dodgers looking to bounce back after a weekend sweep by the White Sox. Jays will be missing Alejandro Kirk, as John Schneider says he will undergo thumb surgery. Max Scherzer gets the start for Toronto, while Justin Robleski goes for Los Angeles. First pitch is scheduled for 5:07. And on the hardwood, NCAA's Men's National Championship tips off tonight with Michigan facing UConn. Game time is set for 6:50. More of the Reid Wilkins Show coming up after the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Jack Roslovic would be worth a 4-year, $5 million contract. Hire or fire it.
Jack Roslovic is 29 years old. I like him as a player, man, but I don't know why I feel like if he signs a deal, he just shuts it right. I shouldn't feel this way. The only team that wanted him last year was the Edmonton Oilers.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Okay, hope you had a great Easter weekend. Some of you perhaps have today off for Easter Monday. We are here, live and local for Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta, and we're giving stuff away.
What's going on, Reid? Do you want me to say who texted me?
Yeah, if you want to.
Well, I
think
think
we got to say what we're giving away. If people want to win it,
yeah.
There will be trivia involved, believe it or not.
Our good friend from the Canadian Brew House, friend of the show, Pat Ketty, just text over and says, "Hey, buddy, I have Oil Kings Loge table for tonight's game 7 for 4 people."
Oh, nice.
Loge table for a game 7? Are you kidding me?
That's the best place to watch a game
That's a
from.
great place to watch
That's
from.
awesome spot.
Not bumping elbows, your own washrooms, your own service.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What an opportunity. Thanks, Patty. So what are we going to do?
So, trivia question. So what we'll do is we'll take the first 5 correct answers
Yeah,
and
well, then we'll put them
do
into
a
a
spin or roll a die or something like that. So who scored the overtime winner for the Oil Kings yesterday in Saskatoon? Now, this is Jason Milne.
Yep.
Correct spelling and first and last name.
Yeah. I'm sorry. If you misspell it, that's a clue in itself. You will not be entered.
It will not be considered correct. So who scored the overtime winner for the Oil Kings in the Game 6 victory yesterday to send the series back to Edmonton? I was watching that game on Victory Plus.
Yeah.
I tuned in about halfway through the third period. And the Oil Kings were up 2-1, looked pretty good. They missed a couple chances at the empty net. Blades tie it with 7.8 seconds left. First overtime, and I'm sorry, Jay, I was texting you probably while you were trying to enjoy family time. There were 3 times I thought, well, that's it. That's the series. And the Blades just missed the net. The one Blade player was about to have a breakaway, fumbled the puck. The Oil Kings really didn't have a lot of chances in the first overtime period. Second overtime was better. The Oil Kings had some chances, but the Blades still had like some chances right in front, some goal mouth scrambles. So the fans in Saskatoon, and by the way, talking about this and some other stuff going on today, it's all fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces, whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. There was a play that maybe could have been a hit from behind, and the whistle went, and I think a lot of fans thought there was a penalty, but the puck had gone over the glass. You know, it's the scoreboard feed, so I think there was a replay of it, but it wasn't great. It maybe could have been called.
Okay.
So Blades fans aren't happy. Later on in the overtime, the Oil Kings are breaking the puck out. The Blades are called for tripping, and it was an obvious trip. I mean, the Saskatoon player slashed his stick right into the skates of the Oil King player.
Right.
Obvious trip. They go on the power play. A certain player scores for the Oil Kings. Do we have any right answers coming in?
We've got all 5.
Oh, we have 5
We
already.
have more than that, but I've got 5 that are ready to go. I'm just waiting on a handle for one of the people that are in.
Okay, so it goes to the overtime, so I can say
And
it
yes,
then.
you could change your handle because you don't like it, because you don't have one currently on our system. So just text me in your handle and I'll get you into the draw.
So I can say the winner then.
You can say it now.
Miroslav Holinka scores the game winner on a one-timer.
And weren't they
then,
losing their minds in Saskatoon?
Oh, they're booing. I think their couple bottles were thrown on the ice. The Blades wouldn't leave the ice and were chirping and all this kind of stuff. But I'm like, whatever. Like, call then go your way. Oh my goodness.
But why were they so upset if it was an obvious trip?
Well, probably because they thought there were other things in overtime that could have been called that weren't, though I don't know really how much of that there was. To me, what happened was an obvious penalty. Now, the hit from behind maybe could have been called. I'd like to see it again. But, yeah, like, what am I supposed to do? Come on here and cry for the Saskatoon Blades? Oh, well.
Wrong place.
Wrong place to get that.
So that's game time tonight at 7 o'clock, Rogers Place.
Yeah.
Game 7.
Game 7 tonight.
That's exciting.
So I'm going.
You're going.
I think Tom's going. Matt might be going, but we gotta go. And again, no, I have not used Victory Plus a lot. I probably should have used it more. But if you can't go tonight, or there's stuff going on and people have busy. I know you might have a practice. Kid might have practice. Maybe you want to watch the NCAA tournament. You want to watch the Blue Jays. Victory Plus It's free to set up an account. You just got to put in an email and create a password. And then the tricky thing what I was trying to do was I was at my parents'. So I'm like, okay, this is how am I going to consume this? And they have a Samsung, by the way, like what percentage of the population has a Samsung TV? Probably 95. So it's not in the apps on the Samsung TV, but if you go into the Google Play Store or the Apple Store app, then you can get the Victory Plus app then you can watch. So you just got to do those steps. So yeah, and it comes through in high def. You'll get Matt Barrett's call, and I think Guy's doing the color. So I'm fired up for this. Game 7, Oil Kings, Blades, massive game, obviously.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the intensity's like off the start, given how long that game went. I mean, that was the longest WHL playoff game in Oil Kings WHL history.
Yes.
Because that was what? It was 14.
It was like, just over 5 minutes.
14:05 into the second overtime.
5:55 left in the second overtime. Yeah. The longest game the Oil Kings have played, 2014 Memorial Cup, right?
Yeah.
Against Val-d'Or.
Yes.
Do you know who got the game winner? The man doing the Lord's work for the Oilers, Curtis Lazar.
Go figure.
Yeah, imagine that.
So I've got the 5 names. Should I announce who's in the draw?
Yes.
And maybe we'll do the draw right after the.
Okay,
we'll do that after the 3:40 break. So we got Rams guy Rob, Aiden O'Neill, Jason, Casino Dealer Jay, and Beer League Timekeeper.
Oh wow!
You 5 are going to be in the draw for a Loge table, seats for 4 to tonight's Game 7, Oil Kings Blades, 7:00.
Okay. It'll be a lot of fun. So it's all digital, I'm sure, with the ticketing. Everybody expects that.
All I'll need from you is an email.
Yeah. This will be great.
Yeah. I wonder what the crowd will look like.
Are you going to try to watch it? Or are you going to try to watch it at home?
I'm going to have it on my laptop.
Yeah.
Because the main TV will be
because the whole family will be watching the basketball game.
Oh, yeah. But that it starts at 6:50. So I might have some halftime run over into the Oil Kings second period, probably.
Which is fine.
And
you know what we can put on this TV at 5:07? The old Jays Dodgers.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Scherzer's pitching, but tough weekend for the Jays. I just saw little bits and pieces, but
I'm sorry. I think the Blue Jays will get spanked.
They might.
Yeah.
What is it? Kirk's out for a while now with a surgery.
Yeah, thumb
Barger,
surgery.
They haven't said what's wrong with Barger?
No, I don't think so yet.
But you like him. He's kind of a glue guy himself, isn't he? Kind of a motor. What do you call those guys? He's got a motor?
He's got a motor. High motor.
Would you say Clement has a motor?
I love Ernie Clement.
Would you say Varsho has a motor?
Varsho, my guy.
You like all these guys?
I love them. They're just kind of relatively, I don't know, they're not noticeable, and then you notice them, and they come up in big moments.
Yeah.
Is what I've found.
But yeah, tough one weekend series against the White Sox. Also fired up. I saw Project Hail Mary.
Hey!
I did as you commanded, Jay.
Good for you.
I talked about it briefly on the Hangout, but just for anybody who missed it, I think it's worth talking about it. Very good movie. I would describe it as wonderful. It's yes, it's science fiction, and yes, it's about saving humanity. So it has high stakes. But as I said about the book, at the heart of it, it's a book about friendship, and that came through in the movie. I thought the stuff from the book that they omitted from the movie was appropriate to keep the story moving along and not get it too bogged down in science. I've always enjoyed watching Ryan Gosling perform. I think he's an excellent actor. The alien, I guess, was mostly a puppet. I don't know if there's a lot of computer generation, which in this day and age is great. Like, let's have something physical to show the audience, and I guess probably for Gosling to react to as well. I mean, it's a big Hollywood blockbuster. Clearly, it looked good, but it's just it's a very good movie. I mean, I don't know what to tell. I would recommend it to people. Again, if you don't like science fiction, like, I don't like space stories. But again, it's not really that story. It's a very sort of human story involving one character who doesn't happen to be human, but is trying to save his civilization as well.
What would your ranking be or rating be? Sorry.
Well, if I had to rate it, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Would you?
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, again, it's close to 2.5 hours, but it never felt draggy. The acting is good. The pacing is good. The effects are good. I think the dialogue is good, pretty, snappy, and I think there's some improv stuff that they left in as well. It's a very good movie.
I'm happy you went and watched it. Makes me happy for you.
Because you've had to hear her and me talk about it for about 6 months.
Yeah.
Ever since you're probably kind of like, okay, it's done.
Good, that's over. Yeah. I don't care. No. Whatever makes you happy.
I actually think I know you're not a big movie guy. I think you would like it. This is one you could watch with the whole family. I think from your youngest kid up to, I think there's a bit of swearing, but it's not like filthy by any means.
Swearing doesn't really involve me. It's usually the clothes on or off stuff that are.
I suppose the alien is nude.
But that's okay.
But yeah.
So is Winnie the Pooh.
Well, pants.
Yeah. What's worse?
He's got to cover those man boobs, but yeah.
The Whistle Dog in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox says, just starting the show. This is funny. It is interesting because people start the show at different times.
Yeah, you never know when stuff's coming.
He says, I think aliens could lay eggs in your head by using some sort of small insects like a vessel.
Thank you.
Making access through the ear and into the brain. He's supporting me, not you. Because you said they could just bloop and they're in there. I said, no, there has to be some contact.
No, but airborne insects. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay.
So I guess we're all right. Look at us talking about alien laying eggs.
Tube Socks with a limerick. There once were bold Reid, Jay, and Chet, whose space travel dreams were wildly set. They reached dusty Mars, past moons and bright stars. To the Ponderosa for space steak? You bet.
I like that one.
That's very good. More limericks. We do have a couple EST baseball teams. We better give our choices for the infield when we get back as well. Jay's Play of the Day is coming up. It's related to the NCAA basketball championship game tonight between Michigan and UConn. Kurt Hill, Oil Kings general manager, will join us at 4 o'clock. Here comes Benny.
It's do or die tonight for the Edmonton Oil Kings as they take on the Blades in Game 7 of their first round WHL playoff series. Edmonton forced the decider thanks to Miroslav Holinka's double overtime winner last night. It all comes down to Rogers Place with the puck drop set for 7 p.m. The Oilers hit the ice for a full practice this morning before heading out on a 3-game road trip. Beginning tomorrow against the Mammoth, Zach Hyman won't travel as he continues to recover, while both Hyman and Leon Draisaitl are expected to get some skating in while the team is away. Around the NHL tonight, Tampa Bay is in Buffalo for a key Atlantic Division clash. The Jets visit the Kraken, the Sharks host the Blackhawks, and the Kings welcome the Predators. In MLB action, the Blue Jays open a World Series rematch against the Dodgers, looking to rebound after being swept by the White Sox over the weekend. Toronto will be without Alejandro Kirk as the manager, John Schneider, confirmed he will undergo thumb surgery. Max Scherzer gets the nod for the Jays, while Justin Robleski starts for Los Angeles. First pitch is set for 5:07. And on the hardwood, the NCAA Men's National Championship goes down tonight. It's Michigan taking on UConn. UConn tip-off is scheduled for 6:50. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at paramountflooring.ca. More of the Reid Wilkins Show coming up on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
Again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen in the past?
I think they would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hockey on one screen, basketball on the next, soccer in the corner. And yeah, we've got UFC too. There's a reason we have this many screens. Because no matter what you're watching, it deserves the big moment. We don't pick sides. We don't pick sports. We put it all on. Cold beers flying. Game day eats landing. And the crowd's louder than your group chat. If it's on here. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Before we get to Jay's play of the day and Oil Kings general manager Kurt Hill coming up at the top of the hour, we did have from Pat at the Canadian Brewhouse, what is it, a Loge table for 4?
Yes.
For Game 7 tonight, Oil Kings and Blades. Incredible stuff. So we had a trivia question and we have 5 finalists. So we have the D100 that Corey B gave us probably a year ago, but VR Montenegro gave us a whole dice tube as a going away present because he's moving.
Yep.
So he gave us a tube. So we'll use one of his dice today, one of his dice. So it's a D10, Jay. So Rams guy Rob will get 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
Aiden O'Neill
will get 3 and 4.
Yeah. Jason
will get 5 and 6.
Yeah. Casino dealer Jay
will get 7 or 8.
And beer league timekeeper
will get the 9 and the 0.
Yeah.
So I'll roll. And it is a 5.
Okay. Jason.
So Jason.
You're going.
Okay. Awesome.
Now I'll text you. Let's make sure you can go first. You know.
Right.
Because we want to give these to somebody that's going to actually use them. But we'll be in touch.
Yeah, that's awesome. And hopefully a huge win for the Oil Kings. That's going to be an exciting. It's been a tight series, man. And now the Oil Kings got to break the pattern because Benny, has it not been the Blades have won the odd numbered games?
Yes.
And then the Oil Kings have always tied the series.
Oil Kings have yet to lead the series yet.
Right. It's always been 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, etc. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully the Oil Kings can come through tonight. It's going to be really exciting and hopefully a lot more Oil Kings hockey to talk about.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. That's a huge one. And then if they win, it's Medicine Hat. Second and third place teams. All right. So that's what's going on there. Let's get to this.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. PlayAlberta.ca, the Play Alberta app. Don't forget to use your game sense.
Oh, I just texted somebody accidentally.
You just gave away the tickets to somebody that didn't win them?
No. Jason says, sweet. Yes, we can go.
Awesome.
So Jason, just text me back your email address and I'll get that over to Patty. He'll send you the tickets. Sorry, Beer League timekeeper, for accidentally texting you. I just was asking for your email, so it wasn't anything terrible. Jay's play of the day. Okay, well, we've got to go over to the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. At least I do. And I think that Michigan will win. But they've got an injury to their All-American guard, Yaxel Landenberg. Sprained MCL, sprained left ankle.
Okay.
So he's not in good shape, but they do have a massive human as their center, 7'3", 8A Mara, who controlled the inside against Arizona, but it was more of a height matchup. I think UConn's guards have the advantage on Michigan. I think if UConn can use their guards, shoot the ball from the perimeter, that they can win this game or keep it close. Now, the spread on this was 6.5 points. So even though I'm cheering for Michigan, rooting for Michigan, Bobby Hurley and what he's done there with UConn, it almost seems like a team of destiny.
Yeah, that's the thing there,
at this point, which that always freaks me out. I know it has nothing to do with the game, but sometimes it has everything to do with the game. So I took UConn plus 6.5, and I don't know, this total seems crazy low to me. It seems 10 points low.
What do they have it as?
145.5 total points. I mean, Michigan's been scoring 90 every game of the tournament. So I don't know why this is so low. I think this is going to be an over. So UConn plus 6.5 over 145.5. That has been boosted to plus 180 over at Play Alberta. Click on sports, click on EST specials. And if you haven't yet, download the brand new Play Alberta. Well, it's not brand new anymore.
But it's a good app though.
It's a great app. Download it today. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, there you have it. Now, we do have Kurt Hill coming up in about 7 or 8 minutes, Oil Kings GM, so we want to set up that big game for you. We also had our off-topic topic for William Huff. We want your Edmonton Sports Talk baseball lineup, batting order, and positions. Now, the Big Uke, of course, participated. He did not send in his batting order, but he has positions and a little reason why for each one. Catching, the glue guy. Best spot for the true captain, can control the field from behind home plate. Now, would you want to be the catcher, though?
I was a catcher when I played baseball.
Okay.
I don't mind the position. And yeah, you are a bit of the quarterback.
Right.
When the team's on the field fielding. So, yeah, I'll take that. I'll be happy with catcher.
First base, Dustin Nielsen has to move the least, has the height and wingspan to catch anything not perfectly on target.
Well, and he could stretch out.
Yeah.
He could stretch out for that out coming from third
chicken
base.
Chicken tender coming in.
Oh, yeah, he'd probably have to have chicken tendies in the pockets.
Second base, Awanek. He thinks he's making the calls. Perfect spot for the persnickety. All right. Shortstop Trev has the foot speed to roam around a bit, and you still trust him on second when shifting.
I like that.
Third, Gage. Goalie skills will come in handy, as plenty of hits are direct at him, and he can knock down anything coming his way.
And he'd have probably a bit of an arm to get it across to get those infield outs.
Outfield, left field, Hernan Salas. And Big Uke writes, he runs, you know. Benny in center.
Yeah, I like
foot
that.
speed and arm enough to dominate the gap. Have you seen him bowl, Big Uke?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You see me play hockey.
Okay, well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm tired of this non-athlete.
I'm not sure which way you're closer to.
Yeah, I don't know which has more correlation to baseball.
Baseball is my second sport growing up.
I'm not even sure if I should read the right field. Gazzola makes those easy right field pop-up catches close enough to the stands to hit on women. Come on, Big Uke.
He's got a point.
Pitcher, he has me as the starting pitcher.
Ooh.
Sets the tone, has a Scherzer-esque attitude. Been there, done that. Try to keep up, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Middle reliever, Zach Kubish. High energy, get in quick, get the job done, go home. Well, I'm not sure if it'd be done quickly. Late inning reliever, Lieutenant Eric, shows up, does his job, Irish goodbye. And the closer is Jasmine. Has no time to waste on extras, throws high heat, bottle service reservations are made. And the manager would be HR Daddy. No nonsense, but just enough nonsense.
Oh, HR Daddy would have the biggest big league chew.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be chawing on that thing.
Yeah, and that slow walk to the mound.
Yeah, he'd be coming up out of there, hiking his pants up, coming to talk to you. Wilkie!
And I'm giving him the shirts like,
no! You flip him off.
Yeah. All right, so...
that was good.
That was pretty good. Very detailed. Very detailed, Big Uke. We appreciate that. My goodness. Yet another limerick.
Wow.
People like the outer space theme.
They're sending these to you.
You're not getting them?
Nobody likes me.
Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
No. Send
Reid
them to
at
Reid.
EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
Don't take pity on me and send them to me.
Oh, jeez. Space Traveler's Log Supplemental. Our space toilet has been temperamental. Beyond the moon, regular rations of prune. Missing Ponderosa Steakhouse, waxing sentimental.
Wow.
That is from Wes. That is
well done,
very
Les.
good. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. UFC 327 going down this Saturday, April 11th at the Canadian Brewhouse. Feel every hit, takedown, and knockout with TVs at every turn, cold drinks, and electric fight night vibes. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. All right, we got your latest Oilers news coming up. We're going to preview the Oil Kings Blades Game 7. We're going to preview the NCAA National Championship game. And, of course, if you have us on good old YouTube this afternoon, click the thumbs up button if you haven't already. We want to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. We are at 63, so no reason we can't get to 100 quickly. Just don't be a pleasure delayer. Get in there and click. All right, 4 o'clock break, and then we'll look at that big Oil Kings game tonight.
The Lock Shop.
The Winnipeg Jets seem to refuse to die. They somehow went into Colorado and won. Nashville's lost 3 in a row. I mean, I don't even know what to say about the Jets right now. Somehow we're still having the same conversation we've had for the last couple weeks. They're 3 back. Nashville doesn't play until Thursday when they play LA.
3 back with the game in hand. Take
One,
care of
if they
business
win
in the game in hand. We're talking 1
The
back.
Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Love the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy?
Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host.
Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction.
A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of Kids Spot.
No whistles, no play clock,
just a room full of generous hearts.
EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com.
Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lamley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lamley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work.
LAMMLES.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
It's win or go home tonight for the Edmonton Oil Kings as they battle the Blades in Game 7 of their first round WHL playoff series. Edmonton kept their season alive with Miroslav Holinka's double overtime winner last night. Now it all comes down to tonight at Rogers Place with puck drop at 7 p.m. The Oilers wrapped up a full practice this morning before heading out on a 3-game road trip that begins tomorrow against the Mammoth. Zach Hyman will stay back as he continues to recover, while Hyman and Leon Draisaitl are expected to get back on the ice while the team is away. Around the NHL tonight, Tampa Bay visits Buffalo in a key Atlantic Division showdown. The Jets head to Seattle to take on the Kraken. Sharks host the Blackhawks, and the Kings welcome the Predators. On the diamond, the Blue Jays kick off a World Series rematch against the Dodgers, looking to bounce back after a weekend sweep by the White Sox. Toronto will be without Alejandro Kirk as manager John Schneider says he'll undergo thumb surgery. Max Scherzer gets the start for the Jays while Justin Robleski goes for Los Angeles. First pitch is set for 5:07. And on the hardwood, the NCAA Men's National Championship tips off tonight with Michigan set to face UConn. Game time is set for 6:50. Kurt Hill joining us to talk about the Oil Kings Game 7 tonight. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Along with Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. And we are going to go straight to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. He is the general manager of your Edmonton Oil Kings. Kurt Hill is checking in. Kurt, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Doing well, guys. How are you?
Doing very well. So, how are you feeling? Like, what is Game 7 day like for the general manager of the team?
Yeah, it's an exciting day. You know, these are the types of games that you dream about playing in as a kid, and as a manager, it's I feel a little bit more stressful than when you were a player and you have you're out there and you can have a little bit more impact on the game. But certainly excited for our guys. It was a huge character a win for us in Saskatoon yesterday, and a quick turnaround here to play Game 7. But an exciting evening here at Rogers Place for sure.
Okay, so what was the schedule since that game ended yesterday? Obviously, it went almost 2 periods longer than a regulation game, and then this is back-to-back Game 6 and 7.
Yeah, well, fortunately, it was a 2 o'clock start yesterday. I mean, if it was a 7 o'clock game, things probably would have looked a lot different. The bus would have been rolling in here a lot later. But, yeah, it was pretty much after the game. You know, the guys are doing their cool downs and everything to take care of their bodies, and everybody's getting back on the bus and getting back to Edmonton here. And, obviously not much of a skate here today, just with it being a long series and the quick turnaround. But, yeah, normal game day here other than the skate this morning.
All right, so the Oil Kings were favored in this series by people like me who look at the standings and follow the season. I know it's different for people like you and Jason and the players who are involved in it. Why, in your mind, has it been such a close series, and maybe it hasn't gone the way a lot of people thought it might on paper, perhaps?
Yeah, a lot of credit to Saskatoon. They've played hard. They've played a good series, and this series has seen a little bit of everything. It's certainly been a roller coaster of emotions throughout there's been ups and downs. It's, I refer it to being a pretty classic junior hockey series that there's been lead changes, there's been late goals, there's been missed stuff on the ice. But all in all, I mean, it's been a hard fought battle by both teams. And I'm sure like anytime you get into the playoffs, you get into a long series, I'm sure both teams are dealing with a lot of things behind the scenes. But at the same time, credit to them with the way they've played, and credit to our group as well. It's been a hard-fought series.
All right. So as we go into Game 7 here, look, I know it's tough to ask you to single out some of your players, but I think I got to do that because I know everybody's been playing hard. But anybody where you're really like, man, he stepped up, or that's the player I thought he would be, when we got into a playoff series like this.
Yeah, obviously it's hard not to point out Miroslav Holinka and the series he's had. I mean, when you have a 20-year-old that's drafted NHL player, it's amazing the development that he's had over the course of this year. Last year he was a good player for us, but he's certainly taken a huge step. And I don't think he was happy with his playoff series last year in the first round against PA. And I will say that he's been fantastic in this series, and big part to him why we're playing here again tonight. And a lot of credit to Gavin Hodnett for coming back in this series and playing the way he has. Like, anytime you can put your captain back in the lineup in the middle of a playoff series, I mean, that's a huge boost for your group and just those guys in the locker room having your captain on the bench. And that was a huge boost for us in this series as well. And I do got to point out Parker Snell as well. He early in the series battled sickness there for a few days, and for him to be able to come back when we have our backs up against the wall, and when they scored that goal with 7 seconds left, I mean, that first overtime period in Saskatoon yesterday, they had a lot of the momentum, and we knew that going into that period. After you give up a goal like that late, they finally got their legs going, and Parker Snell was phenomenal in overtime and gave us a chance here to play tonight for Game 7.
Oil Kings General Manager Kurt Hill joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. All right, so what do you expect, or what do you hope from the fans that are coming out to the rink tonight?
Well, the fan support in this city is fantastic. I mean, for us to be a team that's led the Western Hockey League in attendance over the last 4 years, it's the support in this city is unbelievable, even with it being an NHL city, and there being so many nights and so many long runs here that the Oilers have had, and World Juniors that have been here. This is a busy hockey market. And for us to have the support that we do, and the passionate Oil King fans in this city, it's fantastic. So I expect it to be another exciting night at Rogers Place. I'm sure we'll have over 5,000 people here that are coming down to the rink and supporting our group.
All right, Kurt, thanks for doing this, especially on a game day and about 3 hours before the game is going to start. So we really appreciate that. Oh, I better remind everybody, oilkings.ca for tickets, and I assume walk up as well. If they want to go grab them there. So remember that. I'm sure I'll see you tonight. All the best.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Right on. Kurt Hill, the GM of your Edmonton Oil Kings, 7 o'clock game against the Saskatoon Blades at Rogers Place to advance to the second round. And he's right what he said about Parker Snell, the goaltender, and that first overtime period. I was watching it, and there were 3 or 4 plays. I was like, oh, that's it. Saskatoon's going to bury this one. No, they flubbed a couple of shots, but there were a lot of close calls along the way. Edmonton and Saskatoon in a 3-3 series tie. Medicine Hat knocked out Regina in 5. Calgary swept Brandon. PA beat Red Deer in 5. If the Oil Kings win, they will play Medicine Hat in what should be a great series. On the other side, everything's wrapped up. Everett, who they hardly lost any games all year, swept Portland. Kelowna swept Kamloops. Prince George beat Spokane, and Penticton knocked off Seattle. So this is it. This is the last game in round 1 of the Western Hockey League playoffs.
We had some listener of ours comment on Twitter about our discussions earlier about the game last night.
Okay.
Should I read it?
If you want to, sure.
Okay. It says, at Reid Wilkins, hey, bag, the ref had his hand in the air. The ref with the orange bands, you stupid. Give your head a shake or clean your glasses. All right? At Jason Milne, the fans were upset with the ref having his arm in the air. You dumb. So I replied as only I think I should have. And I said, thanks for listening to the show. Obviously, this individual is disappointed with your breakdown of the puck over the glass call. Right, Reid?
He needs a hug.
I'll give you a hug. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, this gentleman has a really warm Twitter account. His vocabulary is quite limited. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
Was he at the game? I wonder if he was at the game.
Yeah, feel free to chime in the nasty chat. We're okay with criticism.
No, I think it's hilarious that this person has so much to say and to say it so eloquently.
Quite eloquently, yes.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something else. This person will no longer have the privilege of tweeting at us. This person, looking at the account now, I'm pretty sure that this is a person who has had some very inappropriate things to say about other staff members.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So they will not have that privilege of interacting with us.
Can you blocked him for you?
Yeah.
Can you block him for me?
No, you have to do it yourself. You have to do it yourself.
I don't know. Maybe good reaming out every once in a while isn't the worst thing.
Yeah. Well, the Saskatchewan sports fans are passionate,
to say the least.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, playing in Regina, that would be at the old Taylor Field. In university games, you'd have beer dumped on you.
Right.
Coming off the field. That was not foreign. Saskatoon, when we played, the last year that we played at Griffith Stadium in Saskatoon against the Huskies, they had made an area around the outside of our bench.
Okay.
Our bench was roped in. So fans could be 5 feet from you, roped out of the area, but 5 feet. And the things they would say, oh boy, it was exciting. I mean, I don't know. For me, that just fires me up. I'm like, okay. I mean, if you're yelling at me and calling me these names, you must hate me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which that means I'm doing something to make you
right.
hate me.
Yeah.
So bring it on.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah. Well, and they'll never feel as good about their team winning as they would about you potentially suffering. Right?
That's a fair point.
So, yeah, you got to remember that too.
Should we do our second second positions here of
let's do our infield
EST positions, and then we'll get to batting order.
Yep.
I went with a pretty athletic infield. Okay. I'm going to start at third base. That's where I've got Tom Gazzola. I think he's got some good range. He's got good mobility. He's going to have good hand-eye. And I think he could make that throw to get the runner out at first. So I got Tommy Gazzola as my third baseman. Who do you got?
I have you at third base.
Oh, do you?
Because I think you got to be athletic for that position. I think you'd have a good arm. I think you'd know where the ball would have to go for quick decisions.
I got the right glove.
Yeah.
It would catch with my left hand.
Yeah. And I think like you're very athletic, but I think, you and I are of a certain vintage where perhaps sometimes if it's a lighter game for balls at the third base, that might be good for you.
Oh, yeah. I would take that. I mean, I'm one lunge from blowing a hammy.
Right.
In a quick manner.
Yeah.
This banjo could snap.
Right.
And it might. Shortstop. This is where I really shortstop and second. I put two of the most athletic people I think are in the office. TBD on Benny, but I've got shortstop as YouTube Trev.
Okay.
And I've got Benny as my second baseman.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I think the combination of those two young bucks could probably wreak a lot of havoc. Once again, mobility comes into play. They're both young. They're both agile. Benny, I feel, as he said, baseball was his second sport. He'd be a good trigger man on turning a double play. Trev's athletic. Okay, he's got the duster already. He looks the part. I also think they both bring great moral support to the mound.
Sure.
To the what do they call the mound? The bump. To the bump.
To the bump. To the hill. Yeah.
I think Benny at second, YTT at shortstop.
I put Tom at shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, rangy. He's a pretty good athlete, would know where to go. I didn't know where to put myself because I'm not much of a ball player, but I put myself at second because I think with some practice, I could at least sort of get down the fundamentals of the position. And, I wouldn't have to have much of an arm. I could probably underhand toss it to first base. But I think, with some practice, my footwork would be okay to get the ball to Tom or to cover second for a double play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how well I'm turning it, like pivoting, but I could probably get to second and make the catch to at least get the force. So I'll put, and Gazzola and I get along. We got a good rapport with each other. So I got Gazzola and me up the middle.
Okay, I put you at first base.
Okay.
Because you'll have a steady mitt. Can count on you to reach, to stretch, to get those outs. But my main reason is for the conversation between you and the batter.
Right.
Because I think we could use you as a bit of a secret weapon to distract the runner so much with your epic storytelling. Right. So you'd start telling a joke, much like the joke you told Trevor earlier.
Right. That would take several pitches to tell that joke.
Yeah,
yes.
and it would disarm the runner with your banter. So that's why mostly I have you on first.
Yeah, well, thank you. I have Dustin on first.
That's
kind of the same reasons, Big Uke. Not the most mobile guy perhaps, but big guy, could probably reach a lot of throws with his wingspan or just block with his body if he had to. Now, we already mentioned Hernan. I have going any position, including any position in the infield if needed. And then I had Ben as the utility guy for you and Dustin, because I don't think either of you are playing every day. And I think those are good positions for Ben to learn, either at third or at first. Okay. Because, Ben, you're a good athlete. You could be the fielder at
move
third,
around.
or you could be the guy. You got to make a lot of scoops at first base if needed.
I played second when I played baseball.
Okay.
So
maybe you and I would
nailed
switch.
it.
Okay.
Jay nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have Lieutenant Eric catching.
Ooh.
Because, the catchers sometimes are the quirky guys. Like, he'd have the long hair coming out from underneath the catcher's mask. And, I think he's pretty lithe. I know he's not the biggest body, but to grab balls or to block balls in the dirt, I think he's got some quickness to him.
His conversation with batters.
And then I also think he would kind of weird out batters.
Yes.
Like, he's just his timing and his quirky personality and somewhat odd sense of humor. Like, he'd be the type of guy, like, the batter would be settling in and he'd be like, Grandma get you those shoelaces? Like, just weird stuff that they'd be like, what? Who are you?
Yeah.
So I got Lieutenant Eric behind the plate.
Well, and it wouldn't be foreign to think that Eric could probably strike up a few heaters in the dugout, get the darts going on the sideline in the clubhouse.
Right.
He'd be a good glue guy in that role.
Yeah.
My catcher, though, because I think if there's one person that should be wearing a mask in this office, it's the one that's been doing it or has done it for the longest amount of time, and that's Joaquin Gage.
Mm-hmm.
He would be extremely comfortable back there. I think Gager could throw somebody out from his knees that's trying to steal second base.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
And combined with your ability to disarm them at first base with banter, they'd get a slower start. So Gager could pick him off. I like Gager as a bit of the infield general.
Okay.
So I have Gager.
These are all good ideas, even though we only really agree on one position. So I got, and then Belzy. I think Belzy would be a menacing pitcher up there. I got Belzy pitching. Maybe he's our ace.
Yeah.
Every fifth day, he's just out there just dominating.
I have a rotation. Like, Belzy, I put as my designated hitter.
Yeah.
Like,
bombs.
Ding dong Belzy.
Okay.
Right? I mean, he could send moonshots out there. He'd draw into the lineup as a designated hitter.
See, I put Koob as my DH. Maybe he doesn't quite have the steadiness to play the field yet, but, you get him up there. There's the dish, a lot of pent-up energy, a lot of aggression at the dish. So I put Koob as my DH.
I have Koob and Hernan in my bullpen rotation.
Okay.
I think both of them could bring different pitches, different speeds, tempos to the game. But my ace, the pitcher I'm rolling out there with, is Dustin. I mean, just the size alone would be able to spin the ball pretty fast.
Right.
And, yeah, I think I like his ability to grow facial hair. I think that's important for the position. Who wouldn't like to see a charged out pitcher?
Right.
And if he beaned a player, a hitter, he could handle himself up there. He's a big guy.
That's a good point. Yeah, who's charging the mound? Dustin's like, come and get it.
Right, and then you have Dustin pitching and Gager coming to support.
Oh, good point.
Those are two boys I wouldn't want to mix with.
Yeah. All right. So those are pretty good lineups. We'll go through the batting order a little bit later on, which will be fun. Edmonton Sports Talk, of course, is presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instant, and of course, sports betting. And of course, lots of EST specials on the page, including Jay's Play of the Day.
Yeah, so it's UConn plus 6.5, so they can lose by 6 points. And over 145.5 total points. A note here from the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999. Jason says, thanks to Patrick for the tickets. He has already received the tickets. So
good.
He will be going to the Oil Kings Saskatoon Blades Game 7 tonight. Loge seats, which is awesome.
Great spot.
Thanks to Pat from the Brewhouse.
All right. You're going to hear a little bit more from Chris Knoblock, from Connor McDavid, and from Matias Ekholm when we get back. It's the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel.
Game 7 goes tonight for the Edmonton Oil Kings as they take on the Blades in a winner-take-all matchup in the first round of the WHL playoffs. Edmonton forced this final game thanks to Miroslav Holinka's double overtime winner last night. Puck drop is set for 7 p.m. at Rogers Place. The Oilers were on the ice this morning for a full practice before heading out on a 3-game road trip starting tomorrow against the Mammoth. Zach Hyman will remain in Edmonton as he continues to recover, while both Hyman and Leon Draisaitl are expected to resume skating while the team is away. Across the NHL tonight, Tampa Bay is in Buffalo in a key Atlantic Division battle. The Jets visit the Kraken, the Sharks host the Blackhawks, and the Kings take on the Predators. In MLB action, the Blue Jays open a World Series rematch with the Dodgers, looking to respond after being swept by the Red Sox over the weekend. Toronto will be without Alejandro Kirk as manager John Schneider confirmed he'll undergo thumb surgery. Max Scherzer gets the start for the Jays while Justin Robleski starts the mound for Los Angeles. First pitch is scheduled for 5:07. And on the hardwood, the NCAA Men's National Championship tips off tonight with Michigan going head-to-head with UConn. Tip-off is set for 6:50. The sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sports Medicines. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists. If you got a bag of frozen peas, get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game at Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Call 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Oil Understood on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
TSN's Darren Dreger.
The Matthew Darsham New York Islanders have been thinking about this for a while. We're making a coaching change in the offseason. Why does the offseason have to be at the end of this regular season? I know there's, 3-4 games remaining. They still have a little bit of real estate left. So if this is a shot in the arm and there's a coach bump, well, then it's a decision that was timely for sure.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play.
Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
So Oil Kings tonight, Game 7, Saskatoon, Rogers Place. Oilers tomorrow, just 5 games left in the regular season for your Edmonton Oilers. Utah, the opponent tomorrow night. That's a 7:30 game, so we'll have the 6:30 p.m. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. You know, it's a tight race for the Edmonton Oilers going after first place in the Pacific Division. They have not finished the season in first in a division. It was called the old Smythe Division back then, since 1987. Edmonton, 87 points. Anaheim, 87 points. Vegas, 86. The Oilers are currently in first place because they have the advantage in the regulation win column, 30-24. So Anaheim can't make up that gap. So the Oilers, if the Oilers and Anaheim finish tied for first, the Oilers get first. And right now, Edmonton would have the tiebreaker on Vegas as well. But we'll see how it shakes down. This is the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right, so here's how the Oilers lined up at practice today. Before they left, McDavid between Podkolzin and Savoy, Nugent-Hopkins with Kapanen and Roslovic, Dickinson with Doc and Frederick, Henrique with Jones and Lazar, Szymanski and the newly signed Owen Michaels were skating as the extra forwards, Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Murphy, Wallman with Emberson, Stastny, the 7th defenseman, and they didn't say who's starting. I would think it's Jari tomorrow. He beat Utah a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
He had... what did he have? Allowed 1 goal the last time out.
Yeah, what was
the one that went off Murphy's skate? I think.
Right.
Not that Ingram played bad on Saturday, but he gave up 5. But they're going to split these two. I would think it's Jari tomorrow and Ingram on Wednesday. Let's. Here's that key clip. I know we played it off the top of the show, but I think we want to get it out there again. Updates from Chris Knoblock on Zach Hyman and Leon Draisaitl.
Hyman is. I would think that he's going to play 1, if not 2 games before the end of the season. So this week he is out, not playing. Leon is going to be on the ice this week, and I don't anticipate him playing any games in the regular season, and then playoffs sometime in that first round if things go well.
You don't love him for game 1 here, though, you're telling us.
I'm not ruling that out, but I would just anticipate sometime the first. It's obviously been there's a period of time that we anticipated him returning, and we said it was going to be right around the end of the regular season, start of playoffs. And, if he gets in that first game, that's great. He has not been on the ice yet. We anticipate he will be on the ice sometime this week. We'll have an indication of how that's going to go, but probably sometime in that first round.
Okay, so Hyman expected to play 1 or both of the 2 home games next week. Not on this road trip. And Draisaitl likely to return during the first round, based on what Knobloch said there. Game 1, he kind of was like, well, it could happen, but to me, it didn't sound too convincing.
Yeah. Good news, though, is that it appears as though Zach Hyman's injury is not going to keep him out of any playoff games.
Right.
At least from what we can understand there. Because, boy, oh boy, without both of those players, it would be tough sledding in the playoffs.
Yes.
I mean, you've talked about the power play and how it is evaporated since the loss of Leon Draisaitl. At least having Zach Hyman back would remedy that. I mean, if the Oilers can take advantage of one of those power plays Saturday night earlier on in the game, who knows what that game turns into, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, I was talking to Trev about it earlier in the lock shop. Do you think that was a bit of an off game for Connor Ingram?
Yeah,
maybe one where you
maybe a little bit. I don't know. I mean,
we haven't been able to say about Connor Ingram all that much. You would have liked to have that, or that's. Probably,
I don't know if there was an obvious bad goal. I mean, it was kind of shocking that Lausanne scored a goal because he hadn't scored all year. But I mean, he made a good play, a good shot.
Yeah, and Belzy broke that down on the post game. Says that was one of those east-west movement, quick off the stick, pinpoint accuracy. But we've seen Connor Ingram make those saves. But yeah, getting him to move like that and releasing the puck quick. Is it too simple to say? And Benny, let me know what you think about this, but was that just I don't know why, but it really stood out to me for the Oilers, like, shoot, just put the puck near the net. They've done that in stretches where you're getting the puck to the dangerous area and then you can go to work. It was like did they seem to pass up much more, like, not maybe grade A opportunities, but definite scoring chances.
How I read this team when they're struggling and they're trying to find the rhythm in a game is I think they start to grip the stick a little too tight and try to get too cute. I think you're banging on with that. When this team wasn't on that win streak, past couple of weeks, I was every post game show I came on. I feel like I was saying it every time. Like, this team needs to shoot the puck more. They're being way too cute. They're trying to pass it into the net. Like, it's just not going to go well for them if that's the way they're thinking. And I thought in their win streak, they started to shoot the puck more and started to be, okay, you know what? Like, just get it to the net, see what happens. I think they go down to Vegas and they're trying to, make sure that every shot counts, which I understand you want to lose possession, but you were best when you're shooting the puck more. Specifically the power play, right? Like the power play, like, has been a massive momentum killer for them the past couple games. So if you need to change something up there, start unloading some shots. I'm with you.
I thought that Vegas did a good job of taking away the dangerous area of the ice.
That's true. Yeah.
So I think maybe that's why the Oilers appeared to be overpassing, was because Vegas wasn't letting pucks easily into that area. Now, yes, sometimes the solution to that is just fire one and see what it hits and then make Vegas chase the loose puck.
Yes.
And maybe you see it first and get there first. But I thought Vegas played a good game. So my question for you is, does this make Vegas a little more of a dangerous possible opponent for you? Because I was worried about the Tortorella impact. I do think there is a Tortorella impact. Will it carry over? How long will it last? How big it is? Okay, we'll see. But I thought the way Vegas played was better than how they played the other three times the Oilers faced them this season. I thought they were quicker, and I thought they were more dedicated to defending.
Yeah, and I guess the concern here is, do they wake up and start playing like the miserable bastards that Oilers fans have seen in the playoffs? And it looked a little bit more like that, reminiscent of it. I was looking at it. I mean, they played Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton.
Now, Vancouver's last in the league.
Yeah.
But you still got to go out there and beat them.
You still got to go out and win, but that was pretty convincing
Vancouver
victory.
just beat Colorado, so things do happen.
And that was a pretty convincing victory against the Oilers. How long that effect lasts, we'll see. But maybe that is a reason that the Oilers might want to. I mean, you got to play good teams to get through in the playoffs anyways.
Right.
But maybe that's why the Oilers, maybe there is some importance now to going and getting that Pacific Division.
We had a texter in the post-game show after the Golden Knights game saying it was the perfect night of hockey results for him because Vegas got that much closer to winning the title and the Ducks lost. So the texter, ideally, he wants the Golden Knights to win the division, to play the Mammoth, and Oilers to have home ice against the Ducks.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's his ideal bracket.
So he's fine with the Oilers not getting first.
Yes.
I think... I don't know if I have a preferred opponent for the Oilers. Well, sometimes when people ask me, like, who would you want the Oilers to play in the first round? I just say Vancouver. But if I could pick, if you're saying I could pick anybody,
I don't think it's mathematically possible.
No, it isn't.
They're eliminated.
Who's actually eliminated? Vancouver, Calgary's still mathematically alive. Oddly enough,
I would say Tortorella aside, that last game aside, I think the Golden Knights are a more dangerous team just because of their experience in playoffs.
Right.
100% agree.
Where Anaheim hasn't had that.
Yeah.
So I would be totally fine with the layout you just mentioned that Texture had said, where Vegas takes the Pacific, Oilers are second, and they get home ice advantage against Anaheim. I'd be perfectly fine with that. I think in a 7-game series, the Oilers prevail over Anaheim. Barring
something
crazy circumstances.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just there's to me there are question marks around all of these teams. No, there are question marks around every team,
including the Oilers.
Which would be I think you'd still have to put goaltending as a question mark, even though Ingram's been better. He has played a few playoff games before, not many. Draisaitl and maybe not being available, that makes a pretty big question mark right there.
Where's your confidence in the goaltending? Because I mentioned on afternoons, this is the most confident I've been in a goalie heading into the playoffs since Mike Smith, probably. Like to me, Skinner, the highs were too high and the lows were too low for him.
Sure.
And so that always worried me a little bit in a playoff series. And we saw the lows in a playoff series.
But might part of that be, Benny, the fact that they are looking like they can defend better and with more consistency? Like I think, and that's where, like we've talked about it since trade deadline, the addition of Connor Murphy and Jason Dickinson, it's really panned out quite well. That was kind of the first step back where they looked a little bit sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me in recent,
and part of the Chicago
games.
game too. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Correct. So maybe they can just wipe the slate clean from that 5-game win streak and start over again tomorrow night in Utah and pick up their play where they left it off.
Yeah. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, turning 20 this year and celebrating until October 26th with over $1 million in prizes, 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. Again, all going on until October 26th, rivercreeresort.com. So yes, the Oilers do have a chance to finish first in their division. Here's Matias Ekholm.
Yeah, I mean, that's exciting. I mean, that we put ourselves in that position. So now it's up to us to take care of it. And, we got some big games coming up. There's these teams, I mean, they're all fighting for their lives, especially these next 3. So it's going to be big challenges. But, I do like our game. I do think our game has been pretty solid in the last 6 or 7. And, obviously we didn't love our Saturday one. But, you got to move on.
Yeah, got to try to bounce back from that. So this is the thing. If they go to Utah and they don't play well defensively, that'll be discouraging.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't check and take away the high danger chances, that'll be discouraging. That'll be another one for me where I think, oh, really? I mean, you can't get back to it. Though Knoblock did say everything is fixable. Everything is things they've done before. You get a little fat and sassy when you're on a winning streak and maybe you lose some of the details. So we'll see if they can get back to them tomorrow. Matias Ekholm also commenting on not having McDavid nor Draisaitl. Or pardon me, Hyman or Draisaitl.
Throws a wrinkle for sure, but at the same time, you got to look at it as an opportunity for some other guys to step in and get bigger roles and more ice time and hopefully get even more confidence going into the playoffs. And I think we've seen that. I think we've seen a bunch of guys step up, and which is great. And hopefully they can keep their play up. And as we get pieces back, obviously that'll be a boost itself. But hopefully we have guys that are on the level where they feel good about themselves and can contribute, even though maybe the minutes go down a little bit. Because as you said, those are two big pieces that take a lot of ice time and big roles on our team.
The Oilers are 5-0 against Utah since they moved from Arizona. Here's Chris Knoblock.
I don't know. I think the first time we played them, we won. But I certainly thought that was a game they were the better team. I think that was a game they deserved to win. We didn't. And that is often reversed throughout the season. The game that we just played there, I thought that was a good performance by us. We were very desperate and hungry, and we started that 5-game winning streak in Utah there. So to say that we've got their number or whatever, I think that's just the fact that we were able to win games. So I don't think there's anything. So I think tomorrow night's an important game for us and for them too. I know they want to win as many as they can too.
All right, a little bit from Chris Knoblock. Oilers in Utah tomorrow, San Jose on Wednesday, and then a matinee road game against the Los Angeles Kings on Saturday. Those are the Oilers' final 3 road games of the regular season. All right, we're going to talk, we're going to tee up the NCAA final in the last hour of the show with Scott Edwards, the head coach of the Pandas basketball team. This is 10 years since our city said, well, at least the Oilers said farewell to a very significant part of their history. We'll dive into that for buying or selling next.
It all comes down to Game 7 tonight for the Edmonton Oil Kings, who face the Blades in a winner-go-home matchup in the first round of the WHL playoffs. Edmonton stayed alive thanks to Miroslav Holinka's double overtime winner last night. Puck drop goes at 7 p.m. from Rogers Place. The Oilers held a full practice this morning before heading out on a 3-game road trip, which begins tomorrow against the Mammoth. Zach Hyman will stay back as he continues to recover, while both Hyman and Draisaitl are expected to get some skating in while this team is away. Around the NHL tonight, Tampa Bay visits Buffalo in an important Atlantic Division clash. The Jets are in Seattle to take on the Kraken. The Sharks host the Blackhawks, and the Kings welcome the Predators. On the diamond, the Blue Jays begin a World Series rematch against the Dodgers, looking to bounce back after a weekend sweep by the White Sox. Toronto will be without Alejandro Kirk, as manager John Schneider says he'll undergo thumb surgery. Max Scherzer gets the start for the Jays, while Justin Robleski goes forward. Los Angeles' first pitch is set for 5:07. And on the hardwood, the NCAA Men's National Championship goes tonight, with Michigan taking on UConn. Tip-off is scheduled for 6:50. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why we're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com. More of Reid Wilkins coming up after the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I'm not shocked that he's fired. I'm just surprised that, and especially yesterday where there was this attention around this game, that you dropped that right before the game. But they're going for a full reset coming up here, and it'll be fascinating to see what they do. And they try to trade Austin Matthews.
Is Mitch Marner just laughing?
I
full side, just laughing right now?
I'm away from that mess.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey, Dad. I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Goodwill is
one shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey, Dad. I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Okay, thanks for joining us this afternoon in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. And by the way, if you are on the YouTube stream this afternoon, thank you. Click the thumbs up button if you haven't already.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
Need a dozen thumbs to get to 100. So if you haven't already clicked, please do so. Subscribe to the channel as well if you've not done that. Leon's body language in the Nasty Chat says, man, I thought today was a holiday all day. Didn't turn on EST till just now. Yes, we are live today.
We are here.
We are live today. So Good Friday generally is a holiday for most people. There are several professions where I guess it wouldn't be.
Well, yeah, there's people that work on stat holidays.
Yeah, for sure. Blockbuster Video.
Right. Hospitals.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, but today, Easter Monday, is a holiday for I would say a smaller percentage of the population.
Teachers, bankers, government workers.
Okay.
I think that's the three.
Yeah.
I know my kids are off today.
Yeah. I would think I have rarely had this day off. I remember there was 1 year at Shed, and I think the Easter was after the season, and this was the non-Oilers playoff era. And I think we had a 4 day, but my show was off. Still, a lot of people would have had to work in the news department and stuff. So yeah, I guess it just depends. So Leon's body language. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks
if
for
you're coming
us.
in late, you're here. That's fine. It's all good. But yeah, different routines for people today, which is all right. We're gonna do buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. All right, but let's look at the games tonight and gauge everybody's level of interest. Now, the number one hockey game on our radar is not in the NHL. We're going to do NHL schedule. Oil Kings Blades, we agree on that. But looking at the NHL games, Lightning Sabres. I'm fairly interested.
Are you?
Buffalo and Montreal, both with 100 points. Both two back of the Lightning, who do have a game in hand. So Buffalo finally in the playoffs. Still a chance to maybe finish first. Now, having said that, it could be a Buffalo-Montreal first-round series. Hello again, Adams division.
Hello.
So I'm fairly interested in that game because I think if Buffalo loses, they ain't getting first place in that division.
That's fair.
Ben?
Yeah, I mean, this is... To me, I still think Tampa is the favorite on the East Coast for the playoffs. And if you're Buffalo, you'd really love to avoid, I think, the Canadians in that first-round matchup. Because the top three teams in the Atlantic, to me, are pretty heavy favorites out of the East. The only team I'd add in there is Carolina.
Yeah.
So in terms of playoff matchups, I think you'd like to avoid the Montreal Canadiens.
The in division.
Yeah, matchups, first round matchup, right?
You'd want to go to the wild card.
Yes. So
look at that wild card race still.
Yeah. And did the Lightning and Sabres not have that fight-filled game a few weeks ago? Was it not them? Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So going at it.
Tampa's feisty, and at Buffalo too. Right?
Buffalo, Montreal last met in the playoffs in 1998. Buffalo swept it. 2 of the games were decided in overtime. They also met in the second round in 1993. The Canadians on their way to a Stanley Cup championship. 3 of the 4 games went to overtime.
Jeez.
So I don't know what that has to do with anything today. It's just fun to talk about. So I would say fairly interested in Tampa Bay Buffalo.
Yeah.
Seattle, Winnipeg. Okay. The Jets.
This is the game that stands out to me.
Yes.
Because this could be the nail in the coffin.
Yes.
For Seattle.
Well,
I think they lose tonight.
They're kind of out. They've lost 3 in a row. They haven't been doing great lately.
Even for Winnipeg.
Yeah, that's fair, Benny.
If they lose tonight too, you're in a tight race right now, and if you're losing games to the team that's behind you.
Well, and compound that with the fact that Nashville and
we got to combine all these 3 games together and Blackhawks San Jose.
Like it's a scoreboard watching night to see what happens in the West. I mean, even if Winnipeg wins, the best case, there's still going to be 3 points.
Still going to be 3 out,
no matter what.
So if you're a Jets fan, and we have some listening to the show, you do not want overtime between Nashville and LA.
No,
somebody's getting 2 points. Don't give out the third one.
Yeah. Now, if you're riding with the lock shop, you do want overtime in that game.
Fair enough.
Actually, there's so many combinations and permutations of plays out there. So I don't know. There's probably involvement in every one of these games, to be honest with you.
So the best case scenario for the winner of the Nashville-LA game
Chicago to beat San Jose.
is a Jets loss and a Sharks loss.
Yeah.
Then you're starting to open up a little bit, and then you have a 2-point lead down to a 4-point lead. So, but yeah, you're right, Jay. The Jets are, even if the Jets win, they're going to be 3 out. And even if the Sharks win, they'd still be 2 out.
Well, and I hate to say it, but I mean, LA's got the easiest, as far as strength of schedule goes.
Yeah,
they've got home to Nashville, home to the Canucks, home to the Oilers, at Seattle, at the Canucks, at the Flames.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I think the LA Kings are going to push for that wild card too.
Think they're getting the wild card?
Which, I mean, if you're Edmonton,
maybe they'll pass.
But
Vegas.
Reid, if Edmonton can hang on and win the Pacific, that means, if you're looking and you're trying to see who's going to get that wild card too, I think it's LA's to lose, just based off their schedule.
Yeah.
Which means if the Oilers were to win the Pacific,
the Oilers will play wild card 1. Right now it'd be Oilers Utah.
Yeah. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, highly unlikely.
When could they face?
If one of Vegas or Anaheim falls off and the Kings rattle off wins,
that's what would have to happen.
They could sneak in.
That's
what
they're
have
5 points back.
One of Anaheim or LA would have to beat the Oilers for first.
Yeah.
The other would have to go basically winless and get passed by Los Angeles.
Right.
Then you'd have the Oilers in second and LA in third.
I would
it'd be year 5
you
in
imagine?
a row. I could imagine it.
I guess why not?
I have to work that series, but I don't know how, seeing it for the 5th time in a row, man. That's the worst team I think I'd want the Oilers to face.
It was interesting because I think it was after. I don't even think it was last year. I think it was after they beat them the 3rd time. I did something. It was either in the summer or a season preview with somebody out of Los Angeles. I think it's Eddie Garcia. He does a podcast down there. And he was like, how much hatred is there for the Oilers fans towards the Los Angeles Kings? And I was like, I'm not saying this to be a jerk, but it's not a rivalry if the same team wins every year.
Yeah.
I say the Oilers hate the Florida Panthers and even the Dallas Stars more right now, probably because of where they met in the playoffs, even though the Oilers had beaten Dallas as well. I felt kind of bad saying that, but
it's true.
Yeah. So Sheesh Edit says, why is it a bad thing the Oilers play the Kings and win?
I guess.
Do the Kings
I know. It's
beat
just you
the
wonder
Oilers in
at
a
what
series?
point is that going to flip?
Yeah. Yes. That too.
How many times in a row
the odds,
can you beat a team in the playoffs?
As Hernan says, the Kings would be due.
They'd be due big time.
But it's highly unlikely mathematically. The Oilers now do have the edge for first place, but it can change a lot depending on how the Ducks and Golden Knights do. The Ducks have lost 3 in a row. The Golden Knights have won 3 in a row. Both those teams are 4-4-2 in their last 10. The Oilers 7-3 in their last 10. So the Oilers have made up 4 points on both of them over the last 10. I know it's not exact even for the games played. So huge games tonight. Tampa Bay, Buffalo for seeding. Seattle, Winnipeg, Chicago, San Jose, Nashville, LA all factor into who might be in the playoffs and who might be out. Because even Seattle, even if Seattle wins, they'd still be 6 out.
Mm-hmm. They're done.
That's the thing with Nashville and LA playing each other. Somebody's going to win and have a 2-point lead on the maybe just a 1-point lead on the losing team. So that's the worst case scenario for everybody else is overtime between Nashville and LA, because your gap with the last playoff spot remains and your gap with the best non-playoff team increases.
Just seeing this from the New Jersey Devils 3 minutes ago. They announced that their general manager, Tom Fitzgerald, will no longer be with the organization.
Oh, my goodness. Was this a firing or something personal or medical? How did they word it?
So it was time to move in a new direction.
Oh.
Managing partner David Blitzer announced.
Oh, yeah. If it's being announced for you. Yes. Well, late season stuff, eh?
So that's... I'm curious. Because, I mean, Nashville is in a search for a general manager. And I was listening to 32 Thoughts, and Elliot was talking about how highly coveted that job is for the GM job in Nashville. Just obviously a location, but just like where the team's at. I think maybe Tom Fitzgerald is a
more
suspect.
coveted than the Leafs?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, I bet.
Why would the Leafs job not be coveted? You're the GM of one of the most established.
Too much pressure.
You gotta love the pressure, though.
No.
Because Keith Pelly is overbearing.
Yeah, who knows who runs that ship?
Pagano was on Hello Hockey, and he said that a guy he talked to that's in the room for the trade deadline meetings and stuff said that Keith Pelly was in there chiming in on conversations and giving his input on what the Leafs should do.
Well, see, and you and I talked about that with the timing with Trey Leving. Like maybe he was just like, you know what, if you're gonna do it, just do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like like whatever.
Yeah. Why wait?
Yeah. Or maybe they'd had some argument and Trey Leving said the magic words that he knew would get him fired. Who knows? I'm speculating here, obviously, but
do you want the attention that's going to attract or not? That's the question. So obviously when Leafs did it, they wanted all that smoke. They wanted all the attention because that maybe it's diverting away from the actual fact that they stunk this year, right? And maybe that's exactly what the New Jersey Devils are doing because they're, how far out are the Devils?
They're out. And it's disappointing because that roster is pretty good.
Like Penner's Pancake says in the chat, is this Devils the biggest disappointment this year? I mean, I'm pretty sure both you and I had them in making.
Oh yeah,
the
we're gonna have to find that. Well, I think I had the Rangers winning the Eastern Conference, so they're probably going to finish last. We're not going to do very well in our Eastern Conference picks.
We should find those.
You have them. We both had the Leafs in. Didn't we still have the Panthers in?
Oh yeah,
I definitely had the Rangers in. We probably had the Devils in. Those are the bottom four teams in the East.
Well, yeah. That's why they're guaranteed to be correct.
I can't remember what else we certainly didn't have Buffalo in.
I think no.
I think the previous year I might have had Buffalo in.
I think you were high on Montreal, and I think Ottawa.
Yeah, I might have had Ottawa in as well.
Did you have St. Louis?
I might have had St. Louis doing okay in terms of maybe even winning the Stanley Cup, which is still mathematically possible.
Yep.
They're not eliminated. The Rangers
they're in the same position as Winnipeg.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly the same. Look how close their records are. St. Louis has a worse goal differential. So I still could pick the Stanley Cup champion. Yeah, we'll find our picks for before the playoffs. We make our new ones and we laugh at how we did.
It's always interesting.
We're coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Good day, bad day, either way, happy hour is on at the Canadian Brewhouse. Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. with deals starting at $3.99. The Canadian Brewhouse, your day just got happier. More on the Oil Kings, more on the Oilers in the National Hockey League. We want to get to a bit of a Rexall Place angle as well. 10 years since the last Oilers game there today. Benny has a Keep 3, Cut 5 for us. We have words of the day, and we'll tee up tonight's NCAA basketball championship game too.
Two guys and a goalie.
Jack Roslovic would be worth a 4-year, $5 million contract. Hire or fire it.
Jack Roslovic is 29 years old. I like him as a player, man, but I don't know why I feel like if he signs a deal, he just shuts it right. I shouldn't feel this way. The only team that wanted him last year was the Edmonton Oilers.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
It's Game 7 tonight for the Edmonton Oil Kings, who take on the Blades in a winner-take-all showdown in the first round of the WHL playoffs. Edmonton forced the deciding game thanks to Miroslav Holinka's double overtime winner last night. Puck drop is set for 7 p.m. at Rogers Place. The Oilers were back on the ice for this morning for a full practice before departing on a 3-game road trip starting tomorrow against the Mammoth. Zach Hyman will remain in Edmonton as he continues to recover, while both Hyman and Leon Draisaitl are expected to resume skating while the team is away. Around the NHL tonight, Tampa Bay travels to Buffalo for a key Atlantic Division matchup. The Jets visit the Kraken, the Sharks host the Blackhawks, and the Kings take on the Predators. And in New Jersey, the Devils have let go Tom Fitzgerald of his general manager duties. Fitzgerald has been the general manager in New Jersey since 2020. In MLB action, the Blue Jays open a World Series rematch with the Dodgers, looking to bounce back after getting swept by the White Sox over the weekend. Toronto will be without Aliando Kirk, as manager John Schneider confirms he'll undergo thumb surgery. Max Scherzer gets the start for the Jays, while Justin Wobleski goes for Los Angeles. First pitch is scheduled in about 4 minutes. And on the hardwood, the NCAA Men's National Championship tips off tonight, with Michigan set to battle UConn. Game time is set for 6:50. Scott Edwards joins us to talk more about the NCAA Championship coming up tonight. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
Hello to our alien overlords. Should there be any? Like the Artemis crew will come back. Hey, you guys encounter any aliens? No, why do you ask? You guys seem a little different. No, we are not under the influence of mind control. Not at all. Blue Jays game we put on the tube here. We'll follow that. What this is like? I feel this is like an extra special Monday night.
Sure.
Oil Kings game 7.
Yes.
Dodgers, Blue Jays. Blue Jays got to get going.
Yes.
So
Scoreboard watching
in the NHL, and Oilers getting ready to go in Utah,
and the national championship,
NCAA basketball championship game between the men's game, because the women's game was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I might have some questions for Scott about something there too. But Scott Edwards is joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. The longtime head coach of the Pandas. He's probably mad I said long time. Well, it has been a long time.
Yeah.
The Pandas. What are you at now? Is it 20 years?
Just finished year 20 with the Pandas, yeah.
That's amazing, man.
So I
Congratulations.
guess officially into that long-time coach. You can go with it.
Once it's 20, 18, forget about it.
Forget about it.
It's not enough. You
Good
need
luck
20.
an NHL coach even reach.
Oh my gosh.
Getting a quarter of that. Anyway,
Yeah, if I
good to
could get
see you.
paid
Like,
like an NHL coach, that'd be great.
Scott Edwards joining us here. Thanks for taking time out of your day to talk some basketball. It's a big night. It's the culmination of one of the biggest. I think it's one of the best live sporting events, tournaments going. Now I know you follow the NCAA quite a bit, and all sports. I mean, you're a sports nut. So where do you factor in, the Masters and March Madness and the Stanley Cup playoffs and, baseball in October? Where does the March Madness tournament factor in for you?
I think this, April's the start for me. We're going to have playoffs in NBA and NHL coming up. It all starts with this tournament, the last 3 weeks, March into the beginning of April, and then into the Masters next week, which will be awesome. But just the best time of year. This last month is awesome.
Okay, so we've got the big game tonight. Tip-off I saw is 6:50 local time. And Michigan, UConn. Look, Michigan, Arizona was supposed to be, those are the two big dogs. That's the team that's going to come out of that is probably going to be the favorite, which they are. Michigan is 6.5-point favorites. But on the other side, you've got a team in UConn that just seems to be a bit of a team of destiny. How do you see this matchup going tonight, Scott?
Well, I'm a little saucy about the UConn team because they beat my Duke in the Elite Eight. So that was a tough one for me to swallow right now. But UConn's just one of those teams. They're so well coached and they are such a veteran team. You're noticing now a change from, 5 to 10 years ago of the freshman leading teams to a national title. You're not going to see that much more anymore in the era we're in. And you're going to see these veteran teams with guys that stuck around. They're led by Caravan. He's won 2 titles already. They're going to go into this game. He's already won 2 national titles and lead this team. So I wouldn't count out UConn in this game. I know Michigan's favorite, but they haven't done this before, and the UConn guys have. So I put my money on them tonight.
This looks a bit of David versus Goliath. Maybe not be the best way to describe it, but I mean, Michigan's got the size. They've got 7'3" Ade Mara as center that runs things inside the key. Would you say one of the keys to UConn potentially going and upsetting here tonight is the play of their guard play?
Well, it's going to be 2 big things for them. They're going to have to hit shots, absolutely. They're going to have to make shots on the perimeter. They're going to have to put pressure on Michigan. And their big guy, he's no slouch. I know he transferred from Michigan, which is a great story, but he's going to be a tough one for Mara to handle inside. A bit more physical, and if they can get Michigan into a bit of foul trouble, that'd be helpful. And they have to stay out of foul trouble. UConn doesn't play enough guys, and they just can't get in any foul trouble tonight.
Yesterday, I texted you just prepping, make sure everything was still a go for your appearance on the show, and I said, what a snooze fest that game was yesterday. As UCLA made South Carolina look like a junior varsity team. I mean, are the UCLA women's team that good and going to continue to be that good, or was this just they caught South Carolina on a bad day?
I think a little bit of a combo. Everyone if you didn't watch the game, the WNBA draft is next week, and the top 6 players from UCLA will all get drafted in the top 20.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So their entire starting lineup's going to go in the first round. And the kid who came off the bench, who's 6'4" and can play on her own, is going to get drafted in the second round. So they were no slouch. I mean, they've got obviously some rebuilding to do with all 6 of those kids graduating, but that was a team that had been together for a while. and just had an air about them. They were so confident and so prepared for that moment. It was really fun to watch from the UCLA side. On the other side, maybe a little hangover from the UConn game for South Carolina. They have obviously some great talent in that team too. Just for your audience, nine of the women who played last night are going to get drafted next week out of the 30 slots in the draft. So it was a high caliber game, and you're going to see some of these names for the next 5 to 10 years in the WNBA, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, because that WNBA draft, that's bang, 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 3 rounds, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't mess around. They get right to it, and it's next week, and it'll be really exciting to see who Toronto gets and who we can bring into our first season in the dub.
I wanted to ask you about this for a little while, but I figured today would be a decent day. It's been coming up a lot more, and that is this transfer portal in the NCAA, women's sports, men's sports. It is affecting every sport, and then you combine that with kind of the Wild West that is the NIL, name, image, likeness, and players can make so much money. I mean, Flo J. Johnson out of LSU, I think she's making $1.5 million.
Oh, geez.
As a college athlete playing women's basketball down at LSU. I mean, Arch Manning, reportedly making $6.8 million annually. Carson Beck, $4.5 million. I mean, I looked at this because the transfer portal, for those that are wondering what that is, essentially kids that are going to NCAA schools can up and leave for a brief period. The day after a championship game, the portal opens and you can leave. I looked at women's basketball. There are over 1,100 women's D1 players that have entered the transfer portal. Yeah. What are your thoughts on where the evolution of sports in the US and the NCAA?
First off, it's fascinating to watch UCLA win a title last night with athletes who chose to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So their whole group, they were all transfers, but they got to them and they've stayed like 3 years together. So they found a way to keep that going. But it is a fascinating experience. University of Tennessee, the most storied program in women's basketball, has 0 players on their roster as we're speaking. Their top recruit passed out of her letter of intent. They have 1 incoming athlete for next season right now. And then somewhere in the next 2 weeks during this portal time, that coach has got to fill her entire 15-person roster. And yes, NIL money is big, and the athletes can move around as much as they want. Essentially, every single season, every single player is a free agent now. And so, I mean, they are going to end up having to put rules on it eventually. It's crazy right now. But while this time happens, it's a good time to be a student athlete in the NCAA. You'll make a lot of money.
Scott Edwards, Pandas basketball coach, joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. So what is your protocol for shaking an opposing coach's hand before a game? And would you be mad if they weren't there at the right time?
Glad you asked that. There are protocols, but they're not written down. And Gina was being a jerk, basically, just completely straight up being a jerk last night. She shook his hand. She went down. She talked to the entire staff. She just didn't come back out for the kind of on-camera formal one that there's usually done at the Final Four. Other than that, he was just a sour guy who lost a big game, and he's trying to kind of deflect a little bit from I think his own team's performance. And Coach Daly did nothing wrong. She was coaching her team. She had no clue what was happening. But, it keeps us all talking, right? Here we are on Monday. It's 4 days after their game, and we're still chatting about it. They still are in America, too.
Yeah. It's just because I turned on the highlights, Saturday, because it was Friday night, right? This is women's semis. So I went Friday, to Project Hail Mary. I turn on, and right when I turned it on, I just see him like getting mad. And then they put up and I was like, what could have possibly happened during the game for a coach to go after? Like, I thought, okay, there must have been a flagrant foul or, a coach trying to call a timeout they didn't have. And he's like, how dare you do this? Like, no, he didn't think he got a handshake at the right time before the game.
2 hours before. So that was pretty good to watch, though. I'm glad I kept that game on.
Now, this begs me the question, because, I love the stories and I love the Canada West rivalries. And I know there are coaches' meetings and it seems like there's a lot of good camaraderie. And even if you don't want to mention the name, has there ever been an opposing coach where you were just like, I just don't like them or how they conduct themselves? Like beyond just a rivalry of wanting to beat them.
100%. There's a specific program in this country that A, you will never see in our gym, and B, I will never be in their gym, and we will never be at the same tournament.
Unless it's nationals.
Unless we are forced to by the constitution of U Sports basketball that I have to play them at a national championship, I will never play that coach. And they are never welcome in my gym.
Okay,
but yeah,
so
there's a few of those.
So we know it's not a Canada West team. So
it's not a Canada West school.
All right, so off air someday I will get the story. This is great.
100%.
All right. Now, can I ask, though, does it stem from an in-game incident or just off-court relations?
Just off-court relationships.
Interactions and, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's
Okay.
a lot of things.
So what's going on with you right now? I mean, this is a bit of an off. You're so and so if you ever have an off season, but this would kind of be it. The basketball season just ended. So where are you at now, and when do you start really digging into getting moving towards next season?
Yeah, it's an interesting time of year with we're into exams. They got 1 week of school left, and then they start final exams for April, and then the athletes from out of town will start heading home. But we've been on the court for a couple of weeks already with the returning players. We'll integrate our local high school kids that are coming to play for us. They'll start up this week, Wednesday night, and start coming to practice. And then the out-of-town athletes, obviously, we'll just stay in touch with. But Junior Pandas and the Pebble League that we run at U17 and U15 starts up this weekend in Regina. And it just comes never ends, right? So we're doing that until the end of June, and it's a great opportunity to get out and see all the prairie athletes from Manitoba through even to now British Columbia. 3-4 weekends a year this spring that I can see all the best young players play and keep that recruiting pipeline going.
Awesome. Scott, love having you on the show. Thanks for your insight into NCAA basketball as well. Enjoy the game this evening, or if you're following baseball, Teoscar Hernandez just homered for the Dodgers. So it's 2-0, and Scott's a big local supporter, so he's probably going to follow the Oil Kings game because I know you watch as much as you can and want the local teams to do well. So your phone and screens will be busy tonight.
They will be. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, Scott.
Okay.
Awesome stuff from Scott Edwards on the Oil Country Towing video highlights. So he's actually taken Connecticut.
It sounds like that, yeah.
UConn. White Horse.
And I don't blame them. I mean, he's right. If they can stay out of foul trouble and their guards can contribute, not at record pace, but if they can have a decent slightly above average shooting night, I think they can beat Michigan. So that's why, I took them at plus 6.5.
Okay.
And the over 145.5. That's Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta. You can head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials. And there will be my wife and oldest daughter will be traveling to Regina for that tournament he was talking about.
Oh, right, because your daughter she's in the junior.
She's on the Junior Pandas team, the U15 team. So they have 4 tournaments. They go to different universities around Canada West.
Okay.
And they kind of take on the best of the best through the programs, the other university programs around Canada West.
Now, does your daughter, this is your oldest daughter, does she have the potential? Well, I guess you could say this about all the kids. Does she have the potential to be the best athlete in the family?
Oh, yeah.
Because right now it's you.
No, not. She'd kick my ass in basketball, I'm sure.
But in terms of what? Who was a better U of A athlete?
Probably.
Well, maybe I shouldn't ask this.
No, I mean,
I should not ask this.
Okay. My wife was a excellent basketball player. I mean, if you want to go by who had more success with their team and possibly accolades, it would probably be me.
Because you were, a 2-time Canada West All-Star?
No, I was a 3-time All-Canadian.
Thrice you were an All-Canadian.
Yeah.
So, but then you were also a Canada West All-Star.
Well, you have to be.
You have to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you were thrice an All-Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Thrice.
It's nice.
Pretty good.
But yeah, my daughter...
Did you know that, Benny?
What?
What his family has to live up to? So if one day your daughter's like, I'm a 2-time All-Canadian, you're like, not bad.
Missing one.
Yeah, missing one. You'll be fine, but she has to win a national title.
Oh,
if it's 2-time with the national title, then you'll be like, okay, I can sit.
Look, I just want her to be happy. Happy.
and win nationals.
Happy.
And beat the Huskies and the Dynamos.
Well, if we are talking, I was also All-Canadian at the junior level twice. If we're talking accolades,
right?
If you want to bring it up, then let's bring it up. Let's rip this Band-Aid off. Okay, there it is.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah,
we're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Which one? Oh, this is a good one. Skip the couch and get in the game at the Canadian Brewhouse. Every puck drop, every goal, every roar, ice cold drinks, wall-to-wall screens, and the best fans in town. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place to be. Blue Jays now batting in the bottom of the first, already down 2-0 to the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez with the home run. I'll tell you what, if you're on YouTube, we need 2 thumbs to get to 100. Let's get there. If you haven't clicked the thumbs up button, get in there and click right away. You can text the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their mobile app. It's free to download. You can get exclusive offers and promotions. You can get show tickets. You can make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and it's easy to use. rivercreeresort.com. All right. Benny's going to have some fun for us, and we got our words of the day. Oh, and we got to give our batting order as well for our baseball team.
It's Game 7 tonight for the Edmonton Oilers as they face the Blades in a do-or-die matchup in the first round of the WHL playoffs. Edmonton pushed it to a deciding game thanks to Miroslav Holinka's double overtime winner last night. Puck drop goes at 7 p.m. at Rogers Place. The Oilers hit the ice for a full practice this morning before heading out on a 3-game road trip, which begins tomorrow against the Mammoth. Zach Hyman will stay back at Edmonton as he continues to recover, while both Hyman and Leon Draisaitl are expected to get back to skating while the team is away. Around the NHL tonight, Tampa Bay is in Buffalo for a key Atlantic Division clash. The Jets head to Seattle to take on the Kraken. The Sharks welcome the Blackhawks, and the Kings host the Predators. In New Jersey, the Devils have relieved Tom Fitzgerald of his duties as general manager. He has held the role since 2020. On the diamond, the Blue Jays begin a World Series rematch with the Dodgers, looking to rebound after a tough weekend sweep by the White Sox. Toronto will be without Alejandro Kirk as manager John Schneider confirmed he'll undergo thumb surgery. Max Scherzer is on the mound for the Jays while Justin Wobleski goes for Los Angeles. That game is underway as we speak. Bottom of the first inning, the Dodgers lead 2-0. And on the hardwood, the NCAA Men's National Championship goes tonight with Michigan taking on UConn. Tip-off is scheduled for 6:50. Keep 3, Cup 5 on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
Again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen in the past?
I think they would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Goodwill is
one shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Love the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy?
Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host.
Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction.
A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of Kids Spot.
No whistles, no play clock,
just a room full of generous hearts.
ESP's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com.
Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
Ernie Clement bloops one into center field. George Springer scores. Dodgers leading the Blue Jays now 2-1. Jays with runners on first and second, 2 out in the bottom of the first. Speaking of baseball, our off-topic topic for William Huff was our EST baseball lineup. So we did our positions. Here's my batting order. YouTube Trev in center leading off. Jason Milne batting second, because I think, you got the power and the plate discipline. Gage in that 3-hole out of right field. I got Dusty batting fourth at first. Shortstop Tom Gazzola 5. Catcher Lieutenant Eric 6th. The Coob DHing and batting 7th. Awanek in left batting 8th, and I'm 9th at second base. Though I think with me and Awanek, you could almost have kind of a, if we're getting on base and being quick, maybe you got almost another kind of like extra leadoff guys at the bottom of the order if we're playing well. Now, Hernan is a utility guy. He's going to be he's going to play almost every game because there's a lot of guys on this team who are going to need rest.
Yeah.
So Hernan's going to play almost every game. I did have Belsey pitching, but he could probably DH on days he do the Ohtani. On days he doesn't pitch. And Benny's going to be getting quite a bit of action too. He could probably DH sometimes, and he's going to be going in a lot as well and filling in other spots in the order.
I like that. I have a similar. I mean, Dusty's my pitcher, so I don't have him in the batting lineup. But I have Belsey as the DH, and like you said, Hernan and Zach I have in the bullpen.
Okay.
So they didn't factor into the batting lineup. I have Tommy hitting leadoff. YouTube Trev second. I'm going to bat third.
Okay.
Belsey will be in there at fourth.
Okay.
Okay. Benny hitting fifth. Gager hitting sixth. LTE, Iwanek and Reid, somewhat similar to what you had, is maybe another rotation at the bottom that can get, small ball.
Quicker guys.
Small
maybe
ball.
you play small ball.
Yeah.
You're not going to, I'm not hitting a lot of home runs. But I might smack the odd double. I might throw down a sack bunt.
Yeah.
When needed. That's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to get hit by a pitch.
Right.
I'll lean into one.
And Hernan could always come in as a pinch runner.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Which we would need. Let's face it.
Bases loaded for Miles Straw now. Bottom of the first for the Blue Jays. Keeping an eye on that one. Portions of this hour are presented by Lamley's. Built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship, and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lamley's workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler rigs, designed to withstand tough conditions and deliver performance across every job site. Visit Lamleys.com to see how Lamleys can make your workday better.
LAMMLES.
Love having Lamleys on board. So Benny, we often have Benny on Friday. Not all the time, but we often have him on Friday. We didn't work Friday. So Benny's got something fun for us today. What are we doing today, Ben?
You guys are going to be keep 3, cut 5 CHL team locations you'd want a vacation at.
Oh. So major junior hockey, WHL, OHL, QMJHL.
Yes.
Town/cities we would want to have a vacation in for 4 or 5, say 5 days, like a solid, not quite a week, but a solid. You're in that town, you're checking out the sites. Maybe you're going to a junior hockey game or whatever sports they might have.
Yep.
Checking out the nature, the tourist attractions, maybe the the restaurants, the food scene. Okay. Now, this is going to be interesting because there's a variety of different communities, some large, some, well, okay.
This will be fun.
Keep 3, cut 5.
Keep 3, cut 5.
CHL vacation destinations, basically.
It's only right if we do this too.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I can hear it now.
By the way, we did make 100 thumbs on YouTube, so I got to do this when this is done. This is the one that stops out of the blue.
Right now.
There it is. 100 thumbs. And that was Big Uke says Artemis has made it around the moon.
Look at that.
And they're bringing back a bunch of cheese.
Okay, you guys want to do this thing?
Especially say 5 days. 5-day vacation.
Yeah.
You're going like you're there for you're
committed.
You're one night and get out. You got to spend some time there and find stuff to do.
You're committed.
Yep. Okay. I'll lead you off with Saskatoon.
Oh, I actually love Saskatoon.
Yeah, Saskatoon's a nice town.
I'm keeping Saskatoon.
Ooh. Now, we're not saying what time of year you're going there.
Yes.
But in the summer, like it has a river valley.
It
has
miniature
a
Edmonton.
nice university. I don't know as much about the art scene, but you could probably find a comedy club or something. And if you go in the winter, well, you can go to a Blades game. You can go watch the Huskies. Not cheer for the Huskies.
Yeah, I like
but
Saskatoon.
you could. There's stuff there to check out. I would keep Saskatoon.
Yeah.
And remember, I lived there for 5 months, Benny.
Really?
On my practicum, yes, from Nate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the downtown is beautiful. The river walk that they have there.
Bessborough Hotel or whatever that's right down by the river.
Yeah, they have like a miniature Hotel Mac down there. But their river valley is more like accessible. It's like River Valley Road.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much these big
cliffy
hills that you can't really access. So they have a beautiful river walk there. If I could choose, I would go in the summer because it is beautiful.
For sure. That's I was there like May to September. It was pretty cool.
okay. Next, Windsor.
Okay, I've been to Windsor because I have family in Southern Ontario, so I don't feel as if I would need to go there. So I'm going to cut Windsor. I mean, it is still a relatively large city. It might even be bigger than Saskatoon because there's so much population down there. But to me, I don't really know what else is going on there. There probably is stuff to do, but Southern Ontario, it can get muggy. And if you wanted to go down there and see Detroit, we'll just stay in Detroit rather than staying in Windsor. So I'm going to, see, Windsor's 229,000. That would be right around Saskatoon, wouldn't it? So I don't think you're getting anything bigger. Saskatoon's 266 now. I'm going to cut Windsor. No, like it's fine. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know if I would need to spend 5 days there.
Jason?
Yeah, I mean, it would have, it's got the Detroit River right there. It would have some river amenities.
True, yeah.
I don't know enough about it other than that it's close to Detroit, and I've heard Detroit is disgusting. So I don't know that Windsor would be that much better.
Depends. Yeah, I've been to Detroit a couple times. It depends. But I guess if you're going to Windsor so you can go to a Tigers game, you're not really going to Windsor.
No,
right?
like I don't know.
You got to stay in the city proper or just outside. I don't think we could count Detroit going to another country.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find up information here about their food scene. Seems okay. It's also called the Rose City or the City of Roses.
Oh, how romantic.
Yeah, I'm going to cut it.
Okay. So both kept Saskatoon and both cut Windsor.
Yeah, I'm feeling good so far.
Okay. Next is Halifax.
Oh, I think I got to keep that because I've never been. I've never been to the Maritimes, I'm ashamed to say. Halifax has to be pushing 500,000 people, doesn't it?
425,000.
Okay. I think there'd be a lot of history and a lot of things to check out.
Well, it's got a rich maritime history, scenic waterfront. It's got a 4-kilometer boardwalk, the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic.
Right.
I'm sorry to do this. I'm sorry to make this so dull, but I also have to keep Halifax.
But he's manipulating us.
Well,
he probably knew this is how we were going to do it.
Well,
Maybe he didn't think we'd keep Saskatoon.
Okay, I'm going to cut Halifax. Just because I
leave room? Okay.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
to leave room.
Okay. I'll keep Halifax. Maybe I'll regret it later.
Okay. There are some things, like I do want some, I want some grit. I want some sandpaper on some of these that I'm going to keep.
He's done one from each league so far, right? Okay.
Portland.
You know what? I'm going to cut it just because it seems like for a cliche for an Edmontonian to go to Portland. It'd probably be fun. Like, okay, they have craft beer and they have food trucks. All right. But if I was going to go, I don't know, is it any better than Seattle? I guess I can't say. But I would cut Portland. I feel like I've been places that would be Portland-esque already. And plus, I need room. I think you're going to hit me with something that's a more obvious keep.
Wasn't Portland like wasn't it strange for a while or something? Or
I think it still is. I think it's a bit of a quirky city.
Right.
Maybe even a little Edmonton-esque, quite frankly.
2.54 million residents.
We were talking about this morning on the Hangout. I didn't think it was that big.
Yeah, it just, size alone, I don't think for a 5-day visit it would move the needle enough. You know what I mean? I'm looking for that. I want hometown cooking.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to cut Portland.
Okay. Next. Guelph.
Well, again, this is a easy cut for me because I don't know if I've been in Guelph, but I was born near Guelph.
Really?
In Kitchener-Waterloo. Isn't Guelph just north?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll check. But I feel as if I wouldn't need to see anything in Guelph that I haven't seen perhaps in Kitchener or elsewhere in Southern Ontario.
Yeah, Guelph doesn't move it for me either. I'm cutting Guelph. What do you think the population of Guelph is?
Guelph is kind of, well, almost due east of Kitchener, just a little bit northeast. But yeah, when you drive from Kitchener to Toronto on the 401, you go south of Guelph. So yeah, I don't know. And again, like in the summer, muggy. You know, I'm sure there's stuff going on there. What did you look up the population of Guelph? But that doesn't strike me as someplace I would need to go.
145,000.
Yeah, so not that big. Like KW, I'm biased, I guess, because I've spent time in KW. I don't remember being born there. But I don't think there'd be anything super unique to Guelph that I can think of.
Yeah, like I said, it's okay. It's a
sure, if you live there, it's great.
Far out suburb of Toronto.
Yeah, quite a bit out, but yeah, right? I get you.
Yeah, I'm cutting Guelph. I have 2 keeps and 1 cut left.
You're like, so this is be interesting.
This is dangerous.
Cuts. Oh yeah, you may get boxed in here, Jay.
Yeah, I could very well, Reid.
Okay, next, Barrie.
Okay, now Barrie, I do not think I've been to Barrie. Barrie is north of Toronto. I don't know what's in Barrie. It is on Lake Simcoe. I think my dad grew up in Sarnia, but he might have been born in Barrie. Like my mom will text me if I'm wrong.
I think I can get down with Barrie. It's far enough out of the main metropolis.
It's not GTA by any means
of Toronto.
Yeah, I mean Guelph's not GTA, but it's GTA adjacent. Barrie to me is a little bit more.
It's 147,000.
Is it getting up into cottage country? It's on the way to cottage country.
I mean, and it is on a lake.
Lake Simcoe.
So it would have those beach vibes, ice cream stands, stuff. Probably some waterfront establishments you could check out. I'm keeping Barrie.
I'm gonna cut Barrie. Just, I understand what you're saying, Jay. You might get a side of Ontario that isn't the GTA.
Yeah,
but. Again, in the summer, I keep bringing up like the humidity down there, man. It just drains you.
Well, you're by a lake. You could always jump in.
You could always swim across Lake Simcoe and back.
Yes.
You could do that in a day.
Probably.
I'm going to cut Barrie.
Okay. So both of you guys have 1 keep spot left. 2 places remain.
Yeah, 1 of each. We have 1 cut, 1 keep left. Okay.
Next is St. John.
Ooh. So, but that I already kept my Maritime place.
I'm keeping St. John's.
I'm going to cut it because I kept Halifax.
I'm realizing
St. John, New Brunswick.
St. John,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one, Ben. Well, it's in a neat location there, right? It's right on the Bay of Fundy. But again, if I'm going to Halifax, do I need to go to St. John? No, you're not going to Halifax.
I'm not, so that's why I'm going to take this opportunity to take St. John.
Right. I'm going to cut it, so I'll be forced to keep whatever is left, and you're going to be forced to cut whatever is left, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take St. John, New Brunswick.
Yeah, I don't mind that, especially since you didn't take Halifax. I think it would have been redundant for me to take both.
Yeah.
It's got several beaches.
At least 3.
Probably more.
And do they have a university, don't they? Or they're in U Sports? Who are they?
In U Sports?
Yeah. Because UNB's in Fredericton, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are the...
Was there a university in St. John?
I don't know.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. So final location. Jay has kept... He's used all of his keep spots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Reid has to keep
Yep.
Medicine Hat.
Ooh, glad I have my keeps.
Well, I have been to Medicine Hat. It's been a long time. I believe, I don't know why my parents and I were down there. I believe I went to a Medicine Hat Blue Jays when they were the rookie or the single A affiliate of the Blue Jays. I don't think they would still be there. But Medicine Hat, that's one of the warmest places in Western Canada in the summer, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Probably some golfing within the city. I could probably find someone I know in broadcasting.
This is getting
to
real.
hang out with. And then when I drive home, I'm home in a day. It's a long drive, but I could make it back in a day. So I will justify keeping Medicine Hat.
Well, it does have a mall. It's got Medicine Hat Mall.
Right.
The mall is small, but it's good enough as it has enough shops to visit, and most of all, the food cart is excellent. So you've got that going for you.
Max Pazuzu. Portland, Halifax, stay home. That's his 3 keeps.
Seems like it has quite a brew pub, setup.
There'd be stuff going on. I'm
Reid,
sure
it's got the
Alberta
Monarch
beef.
Theater.
Yeah.
It's a nostalgic theater.
Go somewhere else and watch
You
movies.
could take in your own dinner there.
Oh, there you go.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Look at you.
I'm sure I'd find something.
So I've kept Saskatoon, Barrie, and St. John.
I kept Saskatoon, Halifax, and Medicine Hat. I mean, maybe I should have kept Portland. Portland might be more interesting to go to than looking back. Maybe I should have just said yes to Portland.
I cut Windsor, Halifax, Portland, Guelph, and Medicine Hat.
I'm fine cutting the Southern Ontario places because I've seen cities like them in Southern Ontario.
To me, the carrot I was
Or I've been to them.
I was hanging was Kelowna.
Oh, that even though we've all been there,
Yeah,
like probably would have been a keep.
That's
probably.
to me,
just
it's an
'cause
instant
there's
keep spot.
Stuff to do.
Lots to do.
And in the
Winter
if you went
and
in the
summer.
winter, it probably wouldn't. It doesn't get quite as cold.
Well, and there's several skiing
Right.
options.
What's the university there?
UBC Okanagan?
Is that the one? Yeah.
I believe it is.
That was a pretty good list. I wondered how small you were going to go with some of the cities. You stayed out of the province of Quebec.
Yep.
You stayed out of Manitoba. Well, you stayed out of BC as well.
Yep.
And you stayed out of
I
the
was
States.
dangling
you coulda-
BC stuff.
Oh, no, you went to Portland. Yeah.
Yes.
I was wondering if you were going to do like Everett or...
Yeah. Yeah, I was. There's another one I think in there too. Well, I mean, I guess if I sent you to Prince George, that wouldn't be ideal. But
Well, that'd be an obvious cut.
yes.
Some of them would have been obvious cuts.
Yeah.
So the one that I was teasing you with earlier when we came up with this idea, and I think Jay picked up on, was it not Moose Jaw that has the Al Capone tunnels and the spa?
Yeah.
Where people would be like, why would you go to Moose Jaw? It's like, well, actually, apparently it's pretty interesting if you do go.
Really?
Yeah, and there's probably some of these other places have tourist attractions we don't know about.
I wouldn't have minded Prince George. Because I'm pretty sure certain times, if you could plan it out, you get to see the salmon run.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Right? And you are by the ocean. Be good eating.
Prince George?
Isn't it? Well, no, I guess it's inland.
Prince George.
I'm thinking Prince Rupert.
Prince Rupert,
Nah,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I don't want to go to Prince George.
I'm thinking about the wrong community.
Too many princes.
Oh, that was good. Portions this hour presented by Lamley's. We're glad to have them on board. And that was your Keep 3, Cut 5 presented by Ben Thompson. You can text us whenever you like, 780-218-9999, River Crew Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget about the $21.99 prime rib special at Tap 25, 7 days a week except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. And this is available for dine-in and for takeout. All right. What are the Blue Jays? Have they changed pitchers already? What happened?
Looks like it.
Okay. Well, that's not good. I didn't see what happened. Is Scherzer banged up?
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. The Dodgers are back to the top of the order.
I think it's still 2-1.
Well, that's not great. What is it saying here on Twitter? But yeah, Scherzer is very quickly out of the game. Oil Kings tonight at 7. I should bring this up again because somebody was asking in the Nasty Chat because we have an audience outside of Edmonton or maybe people who can't go to the game. Victory Plus is the app or website to get it. It is free. You'll have to go through a sign up. Depending on how you're going to consume the game, you might have to, get an app or find the app. But Victory Plus, so Victory with the plus sign, and it is free. It's not one of these, it's $5 a game to watch in your home. It's high def if you get it on your big screen. So a great way to follow the big Oil Kings game tonight. All right, words of the day for EPL coming up.
It's a Game 7 showdown tonight for the Edmonton Oil Kings as they go head-to-head with the Blades in a winner-take-all matchup in the first round of the WHL playoffs. Edmonton forced the decider thanks to Miroslav Holinka's double overtime winner last night. Puck drop is set for 7 p.m. at Rogers Place. The Oilers were back on the ice this morning for a full practice before heading out on a 3-game road trip starting tomorrow against the Mammoth. Zach Hyman will remain in Edmonton as he continues to recover, while both Hyman and Leon Draisaitl are expected to resume skating while the team is away. Around the NHL tonight, Tampa Bay visits Buffalo in a key Atlantic Division matchup. The Jets are in Seattle to take on the Kraken. The Sharks host the Blackhawks, and the Kings welcome the Predators. Meanwhile, in New Jersey, the Devils have parted ways with general manager Tom Fitzgerald, who had held the position since 2020. On the diamond, the Blue Jays kick off a World Series rematch against the Dodgers, looking to bounce back after being swept by the White Sox over the weekend. Toronto will be without Alejandro Kirk, as manager John Schneider says he will undergo thumb surgery. Max Scherzer has left the game after 2 innings and 36 pitches. Updates are to come, reported by Keegan Matheson. That score has the game set at 2-1 for the Dodgers in the top of the 3rd inning. And on the hardwood, the NCAA Men's National Championship tips off tonight with Michigan set to take on UConn. Game time is set for 6:50. Final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show coming right up. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Jays, Yankees 1-2 in the AL East this year?
Jays 4, Yankees 1.
You're saying the Jays will finish 4th? Yes.
Wow.
Do you really think the Blue Jays fall to 4th?
Here's what I'll say about the Toronto Blue Jays as a Yankee fan. So the Yankees are always the Yankees. The Yankees are always in the playoffs. Toronto Blue Jays, there's many times where they have a great season and then they fall the next year.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you can afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
So Ben Thompson is in for Zach Kubish today. Kevin in the Nasty Chat asked, where's Coop? Well, he took a day off. He's entitled to a day off, of course. But St. Nolan from Fan Albert says he's on the Artemis lunar mission. I tell you, sometimes I've wanted to send Coop to the moon. He'll be back tomorrow. Benny doing a great job filling in. We're going to do our words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. EPL won't tell you what to read, just where to find it. It's their Intellectual Freedom campaign. Find out more at intellectualfreedom.ca.
Wrong one.
Or go to epl.ca. Or go into a library location, get a free membership. Or a free membership, what do you call it?
Reid and Jay.
Library card.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did I break your concentration? What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? Again.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? And you know what I'm saying?
Wow, Benny, good job.
Good job, Ben.
First word of the day. Now, these were supplied. This is the word of the day, Abutsky edition number 9.
Even more, okay.
Dearth.
Freddie Freeman. That one is gone. 3-1 Dodgers, top of the third. Dearth.
Dearth.
D-E-A-R-T-H. And this would mean a severe lack of, or like lack of variety. For example, when Jay and I went on our trip to Guelph, there was a dearth of sushi restaurants. Well, not that you'd be looking for one, I guess.
I would not. And how do you know?
For example.
What if the Guelph sushi scene
We don't know what the Guelph sushi scene is.
It's rather undearthy.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 for 2. Well done. Second word of the day, masticate. Masticate.
M-A-S-T-I-C-A-T-E. And I believe this is to chew. Dun, da, da, da. Holy crapola.
4 to start the week, Reid.
What's going on? I got my fire back.
Masticate. To chew or crush food with your teeth.
That's it. I got it. Well, I said to chew.
And dearth is a scarcity or lack of something.
Right.
So, I mean, you were bang on.
Which I said, yeah.
Well done, Reid.
Yeah, not bad. Well, I think maybe Abutsky went easy on me because I have been getting low scores.
Wilkins,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Abutsky let off the gas a little bit because I've had some tough days. I have not gone 4 for 4 in at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks.
No, it's been a while.
Because the week you were gone, I didn't. You came back last week. I didn't. I might have had a 3 last week.
That's a positive start.
It's a positive start
for a Monday here.
I got my
Riedrich.
juices flowing.
Benny, you were fantastic today.
Yeah, great
Thanks
job,
for
Ben.
filling
Thanks
in.
for filling in.
Thank you.
And I'm on my way to Rogers Place to watch the Oil Kings.
I'm on the way to go pick up my daughter from a sleepover.
They slept late.
They did. These kids. I think actually they went and watched Mario Galaxy.
Oh, that's a big movie.
And
too.
then went to the gym and got some shots up.
And you're going to taking them home and watching hoops and hockey. You're going to have a
two-screen
experience.
multi-screen night.
Right.
And actually there'll be 3 screens.
Dodgers, by the way.
Because I'll be keeping my tabs on the scores. There's a lot of plays out there today, Reid. You know?
Good stuff. On behalf of Ben Thompson and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Enjoy the Oil Kings game tonight or whatever you're watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow.